Well, thank you for coming. Are you in good cell territory, Dajo?
For the moment.
Let's roll a d20 to see if that changes. He got a 14, so it should be reasonable.
I am just barely, I'm technically starting right where my work is, but I went to go shopping and get groceries and stuff.
Gotcha. Well, one of the things I want to do at the start of the session is just make sure that I'm not blowing anyone's ears off with the sound. How does it sound to you?
I can barely hear it.
Okay. That's perfect. Anyone want to do the recap? Otherwise, I will.
Yes, I will tap on the soda once more time.
I think...
We bought a cougar.
I added to my menagerie by 2. I now have a flying monkey that I'm training to pickpocket. I also have a large tiger that I will be training to be my mount. I may or may not have developed some sort of curse from spending the snake gold. We'll see.
You've actually acquired enough animal tokens that I had to combine them into one so that I would have space on the map.
It's the menagerie token.
Damn.
Yeah.
I have to ask, how old is your NPC that you add? How old is she?
Let me double check.
I like the direction this is going, Creeper.
No, hold on. I have a joke coming. Possibly. Maybe. We'll see.
I don't but Joe to know.
See, I know I have it recorded here.
Is she over 30?
I remember now. When you met her, you believed that she was probably around 25.
Not quite old enough, but for the joke's sake, anyway. So yeah, last session we added a cougar, and then I added a cougar.
I have some very bad news for you. 30 is not a cougar. Just so you know. That's not a thing.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Is she over 30? You know?
Yeah. Cougar kicks in at like 40, maybe 45.
Yeah, no, only one cougar in this party.
So far.
No one is ever at Elvira's age, so you have no idea.
Okay, so we have 2 cougars in the party.
How old is Petal?
On that note,
Petal's like 250.
Wow,
300 years old.
I didn't realize he was that old. Jeez.
Well, that's like it's like early 20s for an elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're typically not like you don't reach adulthood till around 100. It's actually not based on age. It's based on whether or not you start getting visions.
Interesting.
Yeah, because like when elves meditate, they get visions of their past lives, and like the closer they get to death, the more like vivid and frequent those visions get. But you're not actually considered an adult until you start getting visions. And the Eladrin, the elves who are from the Feywild, are closer. They're closer to. I don't want to say they're God, because their God has kind of abandoned them until they kill the Drow. But like they're closer to what the elves were before they started like changing over the millennia. And so they, like the Eladrin, get much more vivid memories of their past lives to the point where they can actually like, even like instead of waiting till the end of their life, they can learn things throughout their life from their past lives, which is how he gets to pick an extra tool proficiency every day after he meditates.
What? Whoa, that's crazy.
It's very cool.
I didn't realize that.
He gets to switch it, right?
Yeah, but I can only do it on a long rest.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Y'all are standing inside of the Broken Barnacle after. Unless I know you went around and did some shopping. I kind of just put you in the tavern again. Which, by the way, I actually have some maps for you to explore today. So if you wanted to jump on Roll20, that would be beneficial to you.
The
I
tavern
heard.
looks super cool.
Well, thank you. I put blood, sweat, and tears into it. Not really. I heard that
You
there are
lied?
a couple in-town things that needed to happen before before you strike out again into that there jungle.
I mean, I feel like we got all of our.
I think I got all the supplies I'm gonna need.
Yeah, I think we got all the supplies that we're gonna need for the trip, at least like to make a good go of it to the next town.
I really think you did too. Did you all remember to write down your supplies that you bought?
I did.
Yes, I did.
Cool.
I don't know if I have them into my thing though, but
Well,
I
as
can't
long-
remember if I got supplies.
You did not.
Okay.
You're the-
I presume. Okay.
I got bug repellent.
You're the only person I remember not getting supplies.
People kept interrupting me, I think. Or I kept waiting until everyone else was done.
You just have to interrupt people in D&D. That's just how it works. Especially on a
No.
on a digital one. We just have to
No, I
interrupt each
refuse
other.
to interrupt people. I refuse to interrupt or talk over people.
Yeah.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Listen, I have a giant mouth that just doesn't ever stop, so I'm sorry in advance.
Some sort of that making
I also have ADD to make it worse.
both of us.
And then I'm just trying to keep cohesion going by constantly trying to cater to whatever. So you can talk over me as much as you want. I'm just trying to fill the dead air. So you could, Eli, if you want to get more stuff, you can. Feel free to jump in with that if you want. I heard that there was interest in a specific set of armor, and then there was also interest in something to do with that dragon treasure. And that's all I'm going to say on that because I don't want to railroad you.
You, dude, I don't think you're capable of railroading.
Oh, you flatter me. Thank you.
So,
Okay.
Actually, I appreciate that.
So what did everyone else do for supplies?
I restocked my stuff, got my cougar, and then put all the stuff in his backpack or saddlebags or whatever.
Okay. And so everyone has like their what do I need?
Well,
I would get bug repellent, water, rations. I mean, like, we all have extra, and I can do Goodberry if we absolutely have to, but that takes up one of my 3 spell slots a day. So,
Mhm.
I'd say get rations and a lot of water, and I think we are set on water catchers.
yeah, we
Rain
have two different rain catching devices. Plus, I have really good survival skills, so we can.
Alright. I'm
Cool.
going to go get some water and some rations.
okay.
How much?
Also, not bug spray, bug spray.
Right. Yeah.
I just showed you the handout for insect repellent. If you wanted to look at that, water you're gonna have to clean or collect. So you want water skins, and then what was the other one? Food rations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Water, rations, and bug spray that's not spray.
There. Did anyone else buy food? I don't think anyone did.
I already had a bunch. I also got a bug net that I can put over my like area for when I'm chillaxing. Dang!
Here's
Yeah.
ye old general store.
I have a +4 to nature, so I'm just gonna scavenge the whole way.
That's not a bad way to do it.
I want to buy 2 insect repellents, probably.
Which one do you want? The salve or the cube? The incense.
Salves.
They have different
Probably-
applications.
Get the salves.
Okay. Contains 20 applications. One application protects. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab one of those.
Which one?
Actually, 2 of those. Two salves.
Okay, that's 2 gold.
Yep. Where's my sheet? There it is.
And the incense is 1 silver apiece. So feel free to deduct as much money as you want each of
It's
those.
worth the gold.
Let me get you the water skins real fast. I'm just trying to give you some solid prices so that you can decide as many as you want. They are 2 silver apiece. And what was the other thing? You wanted rations.
Yeah.
1 day of rations at 5 silver pieces for 1 day of rations.
Which is how much in gold?
That is
It is
half a gold.
5 100ths.
Oh,
5 silver would be 5 100ths of a gold piece,
is
That'd be
it?
50 100ths.
or 1/20th.
I thought it. I never know.
5 silver? No,
Five silver.
10 silver equals 1 gold. 10 silver equal 10 copper equal a silver, 10 silvers equal a gold, 10 gold equal a platinum, and an electrum and 5 electrum equal a gold. So 5 silver is half a gold.
Okay.
Yep, that's what the official wiki says. I had to double check because I forget myself. So, 10 of a lower coin makes the next higher coin.
Okay. So,
I'll put it in the chat for you, Eli, in roll 20.
Okay.
2SP. Oh, sorry, that's not right. Ignore that. 2.
I'm about to enter the robot road.
There you go. So decide as many of those as you want, and feel free to deduct it. That's your time at the shop. Unless you want to role play it, I'm going to move on to other things so that we don't spend the entire session shopping, which is fun, but we did that last session. Feel free to throw at anything else you want to get to, and I'll look it up real fast.
okay. I need to think.
Pedal, you had something you wanted to do, right?
I had several things that I wanted to do. If we have the time, and if other people are also interested, we can do them this session, or if you want to just hand wave a few, that's cool too.
I am prepared to handle whatever you throw at me.
Okay.
Hopefully.
You say that.
Yeah, you say that now.
Yeah.
So my goals are: I want to train my tiger and flying monkey. I need to visit the Merchants Council to try and sell the map to the Dragon Ass Treasure, and also make some political connections. And I would like to see a holy man about getting rid of this curse.
Which would you like to start with? The training is going to be an ongoing thing. It'd probably take a few days of at least, let's say a week, to train it up as to recognize you and listen to your commands. It's already been broken and trained. It just doesn't know you.
Okay.
So that could be a background thing.
I will bribe it with tasty goat legs.
That accelerates it significantly. Positive
I know what tigers
reinforcement.
like. I know how to bribe a tiger.
If you are hanging around anywhere in town, you can ask an NPC about a holy man. The general consensus you get from asking around is that you could maybe check out one of the temples. Let's go to Zaru here, and poor Zaru. There is. Trying to find the second temple. There's 2 temples in this town. Let's go to locations. Chapter. Locations in the city. Well, okay, so you could go to the Merchant Prince's Villa as well. I just found that. That is over here. I'll ping it on the map for you. This is apparently the Merchant Prince's... That's not right. That can't be right. Yeah, that's not correct. This is the Merchant Prince's Villa.
Is that like all of the Merchant Princes, or...?
That is where they meet.
Okay.
Trying to find the temples here real fast. Temple of Timora. Not really. Okay, so people basically say, look, there's not a... It's not a great place in town where you could just go to a holy man. I mean, you could continue asking around, and maybe you might find some random dude who lives in a house who maybe doesn't advertise his services. But as of now, it's not clear to you that there is someone here. You could maybe check Temple Savros, who's been there before. There's definitely mages and wizards there. Maybe they might know a healing spell of some sort. And then, if you roll an insight check for me, and maybe I can give you a little more information.
Insight. 6.
Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. You deduce that it wouldn't hurt to perhaps try a healing potion.
Let's see here. Do I have healing potions? I do not have healing potions. I guess it's back to the, Ooh. I have Cure Wounds.
You could definitely try that.
Alright, I will cast Cure
Can you
Wounds.
use Cure Wounds on yourself?
Absolutely.
Oh,
A
okay.
creature that you touch, and you are touching yourself.
I didn't know that either. I learned something today.
I only know because we have a horrendous rules lawyer in one of my other campaigns.
Bless his heart.
He's
The only
also
reason
got a
I
touch of the tism, so...
Cool guy.
The only reason I ask is because sometimes there's a differentiation where it's like you can't cast it on yourself, but you can cast it on others. But yeah, I mean, that's what it says. Cool, you know.
Yeah, no, you're right. There definitely is some spells that you can only cast on other people.
Why don't you go ahead and roll an Arcana check, I guess, then, or whatever the spell says for you to roll. And I guess I will roll a die to see what the DC is. I'll be doing this.
There isn't like a roll to do it. There's just a roll for how many hit points you recover.
Oh.
Yeah, 'cause target's willing.
Okay, because we're homebrewing this a little bit, why don't you roll d20 for an Arcana check, and let me know what you get. We'll make that the decision here. And
that'll be a straight 14.
Cool. You spend some time. How long does it take to do that? Is it like a one action thing?
Yeah, it's one action.
One action. So after a few seconds, you've cast the spell on you, and you don't feel any different. And in order to know, you'd have to get somebody to check. take a look and
I'm
inspect.
going to take a look at my back and tell me if I got the scales still.
Medicine check?
No, just you walk up and Elvira, you see that the scales look a little bit faded.
They're getting there.
Okay. Well, then I won't waste gold on a holy man.
Yeah, they aren't gone yet, but they are definitely at least stemmed, perhaps
Permanent.
slightly healed. So, yeah. Let's see. Are you making your way to the merchant ward?
Yes, I will definitely make my way towards the merchant ward.
Okay. Put you walk into the merchant ward. Takes you a little bit to get there, and there's immediately an office, just right at the front. You come in this door. There's a guy sitting at the table, fiddling through papers, and he doesn't really say anything to you, but you deduce that you probably should check in, or at least speak with this man before trying to go any further. You're not even sure where you would go to get to the Merchant Princess.
As I approach this, you said there's like a front desk type thing?
Yeah.
As I approach the front desk, I would like to introduce myself as Petal, representative of the Laughing Court, and I would like to make either a sleight of hand or performance check to like do like a flourish and produce like a playing card that has like the comedy tragedy masks on it as like the symbol of my court.
Why don't you do so? See what you get.
You want sleight of hand or performance? I guess actually they're the same. So
Your preference.
Okay, that was almost a 2, and then it just rolled over into a nat 20, so that'll be 23 on a performance check.
Nice. The guy looks up from his work. He raises his glasses. He had been looking through his bifocals. This guy's got like a bald head, and he's got gray hair, and he looks at you. He's definitely quite the office guy. Impressive. The Laughing Court, you say? I've never heard of them.
Are you familiar with the Fey courts of the Feywild?
Myself, no. Perhaps one of the princes would know. What brings you to the merchant ward? Merchant villa, I mean.
My lord, the Laughing Prince, has instructed me to come to Chult here for and represent the order, represent the court in various dealings. Currently, I have the location to a substantial hoard of treasure guarded by a powerful snake out in the jungle. And I would like to inquire if there were any interested parties. It would require an expedition, but not an insurmountable one.
You don't say. Well, let's see. He flips through a bunch of papers on. He says, "No, that's not the right form. No, that's. Oh, that's right. It's over here." And he finds this parchment. And he sets it down on the table. He says, "Fill out the information. We're going to need your name. We're going to need your lord and your reason for wanting to contact the princes, and we will send a flying monkey to you at upon approval."
Please wait until your ticket is called.
Says if you
Excellent.
if you have any information on where you're going to be in the next 2 weeks, please write that down. That way we can make sure the monkey reaches you. He will deliver you a parchment rolled up with a wax seal if you are approved to meet with the merchant princes, and you may return it with your signature if you accept.
Fantastic. As far as where we will be in the next 2 weeks, have any of my compatriots joined me?
No.
No. Okay. Then I will not commit us to being in town for 2 weeks. And I will say that we will be headed down the river.
Soshin Star.
Thank you.
Yep.
I was looking for the map, but then I realized I don't have access to that.
Oh.
We headed down the Soshin Star River. I have many important things to do in Chult, and I will be on to my next task. You can reach us along there.
There you go. You should be able to see the map now. Fantastic. Well, I'm sure as you're aware, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Basically, what he's going to articulate to you is that it's going to take a little bit while to go through the paperwork, and the merchant princes are very busy, so don't expect a response with earlier than, say, 3 days, but it could take as long as 2 weeks to be accepted. If it's any longer than that, either the monkey got lost or or you were not accepted. You are welcome to return at any time and inquire further.
Excellent. I would check the Broken Barnacle first. Me and my compatriots may be in town for a little while longer.
Okay, very good.
If not, then we will be down the River Star. I can't read it.
Soshin Star.
Soshin Star. Thank you.
Yep. Does that map work?
It does. It's just a little too small to read the river, and I don't have the best eyes either. So
neither do I. Very good. He says if you need more space, there's feel free to write on the back. Please include all pertinent information as to the request to meet with the merchant princes, and if you have any previous experience with any of these that could sway in your favor. Please also understand that many people try to contact the merchant princes, and they are not always available nor interested in contacting you. Thank you. Have a good day. Did I sound like a clerical person there?
Yes. As Petal leaves, he's just gonna mutter under his breath, "Gods deliver me from bureaucrats."
Gotta say, that was actually kind of fun to ad-lib right there. That was pretty fun. I was living my accountant life in game. Jeez, I need to get a life.
I'm right there with you, though.
Quick side
I once saw this post it was about D&D, and it said, D&D, role-play things you could never do in real life, like making friends, getting 8 hours of sleep every night, progressing along your chosen path.
I've seen that one too.
You can do things like waking up and feeling rested.
You are well rested. Oh, that's great. Quick side note, and I don't want to make a big deal of this. I'm quitting my job, Zach.
Oh?
Yeah, I found a different job. I'll tell you about it later, but it just reminded me of that. So things are good. After you leave the location and rejoin your compatriots, what would you like to do? Does anyone else have business in town? And if I'm rushing you, let me know.
I am consistently focused on training that cougar right now.
I would say that, along with the training of the tiger, probably could be done in at the same time.
In unison?
Yeah, you got about a week here in town. Let me roll to see if the monkey.
Here in town. Okay.
Oh, so my roll says that the merchant princes got back to you pretty early, Petal. A flying monkey was dispatched to the Broken Barnacle, and it came with a parchment. On that parchment, it said that you were accepted to gain an audience with Jessamine, since you know her. You would bear your request to her. She would then bring it before the council, and they would meet, and then you would receive word later if they were interested in whatever your request was.
Okay, if he's going anywhere near Jessamine, I'm totally coming with him.
Yeah, I have a question.
Sure.
How long did that take? Because can I go like work my normal job and earn whatever my pay is?
Earn cash.
You can
Yeah.
if you want. Yeah, go for it. That took
Yes,
6
you would like
days.
to do that.
That took 6 of the 7 days. So,
Okay.
let me see. Um, you earned 40 silver while you were working those 6 days.
Hey.
Oh,
And
bad.
yeah,
Going back to Jessamine.
you have a map for Jessamine.
You know, because like she sent us on a quest and she's kind of dying while we wait. Well, she waits for us to complete this quest.
Right? Okay, I'm not sure if this has the dynamic lighting working or not. It does. Also, I'm not sure if I put your tokens on this map. Nope, I will be right back with tokens. I'm a lot more organized. I put way more time into Roll20 this week than I have ever before. I've been on here like 10 hours this week. I've been bored. Alright. Go ahead and move your character if you wish. You're in the entranceway. As you walk in, you are greeted by 2 gladiators that basically just stand there and don't say anything. They are guarding the door.
So, when you say greeted,
You are non-verbally greeted by 2 people who are not speaking.
okay.
Yes.
Do
I'm waiting for you guys
Are
to
you
do
there?
something. Yeah, you're there.
I have to be there?
You don't have to be, no.
I'm trying to think of a reason why I would be there.
You are not there.
Okay.
And let's say Cassandra's going to go study in the Temple of Savros a little bit while you guys are doing this. Hello, Elvira and Gary.
I will reintroduce myself to the guards and produce the note from the Flying Monkey saying that I have a meeting. Jessamine?
Okay. One of them doesn't even... He kind of like looks through his peripherals and then he takes his hand and knocks the door backwards like clunk, clunk, twice. And then the door opens shortly with a servant who says, "Come on in. I assume you're here to meet Lady Jessamine."
Yes.
Very well. She'll be right with you. Come into the entryway. You guys can
Gary's
move
just
your
going to kind of like
characters.
stay on the side
If you want.
as he's walking.
Okay. Jessamine comes to you. I don't have her character. Jessamine.
Basically, just kind of keeping pace with him, not trying to outdo him, not trying to stay behind.
Oh, come on, roll 20. There we go. Jessamine greets you. Hello, my adventurers. She is definitely still hooded and covered in bandages. She says, "I hope things are going swiftly on our mission. I only have so much time. What can I do for you?"
Yes. Well, that's actually part of the reason why we're here. As we struck out on our mission, we realized that we needed more supplies than we had initially anticipated for a journey through Chult. I'm sure you can understand.
Absolutely.
And on the way, we happened upon a rather impressive hoard of treasure. It was unfortunately guarded by a dragon-esque asp, a giant snake that spoke Draconic. we managed to steal some of the treasure, but like I said, uncountable quantities. It would require a full expedition to slay the beast and recover its prodigious treasure, but I do have a map of the location and planned on using the funds to further finance our quest. I was not aware that you were going to be the one that would be receiving my request, but otherwise I may have just came directly.
Yes, well, it is customary of the merchant princes to not be involved in some things that they deem not as relevant to our trades here. Seeing as I knew you, I decided to be your emissary, so to speak, since, well, we have some established relations. She asks you for a little bit more detail. She asks you, what's your intention with this knowledge? Are you selling it to her? Is that what you're doing?
I had planned on selling it, yes, either to her or to an interested party. I again, not knowing how the Merchant Prince Council thing works, I don't know if they operate as a group for like joint ventures or not. But yes, my goal was to sell this map for the funds necessary to finance our expedition.
Okay.
Gary can also attest to a weakness of the dragon snake.
Oh? Do tell.
Yes. While we were combating it,
we lost you a little bit.
we
there.
discovered it. While we were combating it, and I was protecting the human you put in my charge, we discovered that it was particularly weak to bright lights.
I don't know much at all about snakes, so this is interesting. Please go on.
I believe that if you brought even one mage with you who was capable of performing a bright light spell of some kind, that you would have quite an easy time with this beast.
I'll have to give it some thought. I would be interested, yes. It'd be quite ideal for me to have some extra gold around. As for a fee to pay you for it, I cannot say what would be reasonable without knowing how much is there.
Gary can attest it was more than he could even pick up himself.
Right, I will produce like some of the remaining gold, like as all we were able to grab was what we could carry on ourselves, fit in our pockets, so to speak. But when I say treasure uncountable, I mean piles, hills, small mounds of treasure taller than a man. Some of which might be slightly melted due to someone.
Due to some sort of toxic acidic
Yes,
breath.
the beast, it does have acidic breath. I'm sure this is what he's referring to.
Yes, definitely not pyromania.
At all.
Given the danger involved and, well, the vaguity of how much gold there is, I will have to send out a scout in order to identify before I can take the before I could accept any fee. The other option is this: I go and collect the gold. I send my best people. We bring it back here, and I put it in one of my storehouses for you to count the next time you are in Yonzaru, and then we agree to a fee.
I would not be opposed to a percentage fee. I would like to make a persuasion check here. The only problem with a percentage is that it does not provide the immediate funds up front necessary to expedite our expedition.
Yeah.
And I rolled.
However-
I got an 11 on my persuasion.
Yeah, she likes you guys. She says, I trust you, otherwise I wouldn't have put you on this quest. I will front you an additional 500 gold, and we will consider that part of the percent portion. From the sounds of it, sounds like there's quite a bit of gold. I'll reimburse you for whatever is lacking after the fact. Does that sound fair?
It sounds quite fair. What percentage is customary for a finder's fee of this nature in Chult? I, as you know, am a stranger here and would not wish to offend.
I'm going to use the dice to determine that. Apparently 32%. That's a pretty high percentage.
It's fantastic. Kendall wasn't going to go lower than 10, but he'll take 32.
You better write that down. Or I'm going to forget it.
I'm going to put it in my inventory.
32%. Yeah, that is. Woo!
That's a pretty high number.
I was gonna say 5% because I mean, like, I feel real estate, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, it's a good thing there's lots of stuff to buy here in Hanzaru. With all that gold you're going to be swimming in. All those swimming pools you can fill with gold. She hands over. She retreats for a moment and comes back with 2 bags, each with 250 gold in it, and she says, "It is yours. Make sure you meet with my secretary before you leave. Get this all written down on parchment, and then I will see you the next time you return. Hopefully, after the death curse has been lifted. I would much prefer to have that happen sooner than later."
Absolutely. This should secure us the funds necessary to dramatically increase our speed of travel.
Very well.
We're getting the Triceratops. We're getting the Triceratops.
Very good. Very good. Well, off to it then. It was good seeing you. I must
Good seeing you as well.
And she
Gary bows.
she retreats. So very good, very good. I'm gonna move you back to the broken barn. No, should I move you to the livestock area?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just gonna follow Pedal at this point.
I'm not sure if the tokens are here still. They are.
Did you say that like enough time has passed so that we can consider our animals trained?
Yes. Yes, I would say that's reasonable. It's been
Okay.
that would probably conclude the 7 days. The week.
Okay. I added a letter of writ for 32% of the Dragon Asp treasure to my inventory.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you for doing that.
He's so a massive amount of gold.
You guys are going to be in. You're going to be so solid. If let's just say out of game real fast, if this campaign goes really well and you're swimming in gold, do you guys want to go to actually go to Faerun and continue the campaign in a different part of the world? Because I would be totally down for that.
Sure.
Gary's gonna become a merchant prince. Are you kidding me?
You could be a traveling merchant prince who has his secretary in Chult. Like that's an option. You have your steward who stewards your possessions here in town if you want.
I would not be opposed to buying a ship, hiring a crew, and continuing adventures elsewhere.
I'd be pretty stoked to do that.
Hi, Dad. Hang on.
You guys are back at the livestock area. I don't know who's this woman. Oh, that's the thief. Let's get rid of the thief.
Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy. Your tiger is here.
What are we talking?
Your tiger is ready for you. There, since you have left, there is another animal in place of the Triceratops, and it. As you are investigating it, you notice that it's a little bit different, and this is going to be my little spice, adding a little something fun here. I'm also going to show my really nerdy side. There is a variant of Triceratops called a Pachycephalosaurus. No, not Pachycephalosaurus. Pachyrhinosaurus. That's it. And it's a one. It's got curved horns, and then it can release hormones that when. Basically, it has this ability to make creatures that are not too big kind of uneasy around it and not want to attack it. Let's just put it that way. I haven't worked out the mechanic. I will do that at some point. For now, it's just going to be a Triceratops. But once I get that figured out, I'll add it onto the trike, and then you can use it.
Okay. I'm assuming it's still big enough to pull the raft upriver at a high rate of speed?
Yep, pretty much everything else is the same. It's the same cost as well. I just wanted to add a little bit of flavor to this otherwise normal Triceratops and make it special.
All right. Yeah.
I'm a nerd.
Was the Pachyrhinosaurus?
It is
400 gold.
500 gold.
500 on the dot. Perfect. Yep. 500. And I will make sure to give this person the last of my stolen gold.
It
Hence,
is
divorcing myself from the problem.
Yeah, because that's how.
Gary notices when he's doing that, he's gonna remove his gold and shuffle out from the other bag and be like, "Hey, me too," you know?
Yeah. We'll work together. We'll get rid of all this cursed gold. Yeah.
You guys.
We don't need that anymore.
You guys.
Right.
It's been long enough. You can do another Cure Wounds if you want.
Let me roll an Arcana check. For an 8!
That's good. That's good. I got a nat 1 for my... I like to roll DC sometimes. Your scales are now gone. They're gone. I made that way too easy.
You did, but that's cool. I was expecting at least to require a lesser restoration, and if you want to make me track somebody down and pay them for a lesser restoration, I will do.
No, it's on me because I forgot to figure out what the remedy was going to be. So we'll call that good because I completely forgot to look into that. Yours Triceratops is barebacked. There is no saddle to this thing. It also has no rigging and does not have a bit and bridle.
I would like to inquire as to the cost of those things from the beast distributor.
Okay. She is going to consult D&D Beyond to see if there's a saddle.
Yeah, I imagine it's probably like an elephant saddle would work for that.
Oh, that's a good idea. I was going to do the exotic one, but let's see here. Do they have one for an elephant? They don't. I'm going to use the exotic saddle for special mounts, and that is.
I would argue that because we're in Chult, it wouldn't be an exotic saddle because, these are the normal animals of the area.
Okay, I like that.
If you disagree, I will accept that, but that would be my case.
She will offer you one for 25 gold pieces.
Okay. So, is that for all the stuff that we need for it, or do we need more?
That'd be all you need to ride and to guide and to pull. So you could hitch anything up to that, like a cart or your boat, if you so chose. You could also ride on the saddle. It could hold 2 people because it's big enough. And then you could also just lead it like you would lead a horse or a mule.
Gary can front that cost if you can.
Yeah, I don't mind fronting that cost.
Okay.
Right on. You now have a saddle for your Triceratops, and she gives you a little bit of just a quick rundown. She says, "Here's the scoop. It's just like any other herbivorous animal that beast of burden. You just want to be gentle with it, and you want to make sure it's not spooked. Other than that, if you've ever ridden a horse before, pretty darn simple. Just be nice to it. No loud noises. They definitely are spooked by loud noises, and flashes of light could tend to set them off. They do spook a little bit from that. So just be careful, and it'll serve you well. It is very defensive, and if you ever get into a sticky situation, I wouldn't want to be on the other end of those horns. Whatever's on the other end of those horns is going to get impaled.
Yeah, I'll say it's got 95 hit points and a speed of 50 feet. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it can charge. Well, I don't know if it can technically charge by the rule set, but...
It's got a stomp attack, which looks pretty dang lethal. 3d10 plus 6 stomp attack.
Let me
Good.
check here. I have a handout for you guys that I made. Let's see. Triceratops.
Yeah, you should probably just stay mounted on that thing.
At least till I get my dragon that I can ride.
Then we have the dragon carrying the dinosaur with the tiger and the cougar on top of the dinosaur. And then what was the other thing?
Here's the thing. You got a huge beast now, so you're going to have to be aware of the noise that makes and the size of the area you're walking through. So we're going to find out these sizes again, so I can make sure I get it the right size on the map. Huge is 15 by 15, so this guy should be more like this.
We're pulling that raft, so I mean, like, we're staying in that water.
Yeah. So it is now more of a cannon size than it was before. If you're looking at roll 20.
I am. It's still all blacked out.
Oh, is it?
It's not really showing me anything. It's like the nighttime mode, but I can't really see anything.
Let's just make it daytime, because I just realized I hadn't done that. It was night last time you were here. Light. Boom, boom. There you go.
Hello.
So, size of this beast is going to be worth
there
considering. The nice thing about it is it has a 22 in strength and a 17 in constitution. So if you literally had to push your way through bushes, this thing's not even going to feel it.
Oh man, this is so great.
Yeah,
this is cool.
This is going to mean that I have to be more careful now.
This is gonna mean that he's gonna have to pull out the equivalent.
Enemies?
Yep.
Oh, we lost someone. Who did we lose?
Oh, we lost Dajo.
I'm sure he'll be back. Are you guys going to strike out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready whenever you guys are. If you guys have any more business to take care of.
I'm going to wander back to the party after, I guess,
After you've earned what was it, 40 gold? 40 silver?
Yeah, 40 silver.
You got another day. You got another day because it was 7 days. 47.
Oh. How much?
47 total.
47.
And that's silver. So.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make my way back to the party, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey guys, I was just working. What did I miss?" And I'm just like kind of stare dumbly at the giant triceratops we have.
Horde of animals facing you.
Yeah, that too.
We have recreated Ark Survival Evolved in Dungeons and Dragons. Now you have like literally a zoo following you.
I was going to say, on that note,
Petals,
just to make things easier, I would like to pay the fellow at the broken barnacle to keep Buddy for me. Give him like the good table scraps and let him sit by the fire and make sure he gets belly scratches and everything while I'm out in Chult.
How nice. Yeah, he says, "Oh well, he'd really be doing me probably a favor, so I wanted to just call it like 8 silver. I'll take care of him for you."
You, my good sir.
Yeah, thank you.
He is also a very effective guard dog, so
oh, good.
With him here, you don't have to worry so much about people trying to break in and steal stuff.
Ah, effective and affectionate.
Yes.
Best of both worlds. Good luck with your adventures.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. On that note, someone please let me know, is Gary back?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay. Then
I'm also going to find a street child to give my parrot to.
Oh, okay. 10-4, Eli. Dajo's saying his daughter called. No. I misspelled that. Who cares? Have fun.
Have food.
Have food. I really messed that one up. So I'm going to, for the time being, until he comes back or doesn't, I'm gonna do Gary's navigation rolls for the actual hex crawl portion. Which, by the way, apparently some dungeon masters say the best part of running a dungeon hex crawl is by not telling people you're running one. So I've ruined it, according to that guy.
I mean, I don't know about ruined it.
Yeah, I don't know about ruined it. Yeah. I'm pretty stoked. I came up with a simplified set of rules for me. All you guys have to do is make a certain DC, navigation roll in order to tell which direction you're going. Please let me know which way you want to go. Are you going back down the river Soshin Star?
Yeah, I think we're headed to Camp Vengeance. That was the next, or either Camp Righteous or Camp Vengeance. We're going to try to get as far south down the river as we could, right, guys? Because that was the quick travel route.
I believe so. So just to make sure I understand, you're bypassing the cave that the adder was in completely then. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have pawned that little problem off on someone else.
Awesome. Okay, let me pull open my material here. Quick audio check. Do you hear much background noise in the back of my mic?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Thank you for that. I can hear it through my headphones, and I know there's a little bit. I just don't know if you guys are able to hear it. It sounds like it's working. You're heading south. We're gonna do a... Okay. Okay. You...
Be right back. I'm gonna get water.
I'm skipping the areas that you know because it wouldn't make any sense for you to have to do a navigation check for an area you already know. So you make it down to here just fine. I'm going to draw that on the map for you so that you can remember where you were. make it down past Toasty Bear Cave, down to here just fine. That is the furthest south you've been so far, and so your next check, let's pull up a little bit of flavor text while I'm at it. Little flavor text just to make this interesting. Okay. You're traveling down this river Ocean Star, and you get to a point where it splits. And it's difficult to tell which way it's supposed to go, if one is a little tributary, or if it's or if the river actually splits into two and then rejoins later. You take your best shot, and you travel down the which direction did I have you going? The southeast one. So that ends up taking you just a little bit off your course, and that's a little. Bear with me as I'm learning how to narrate a hex crawl. This is my first real attempt, so you meta know that you went a little bit off your course, and there's no way for me to prevent you from knowing that. You end up entering a new area that is densely wooded, and the river comes to a stop. And because you've not been to this area before, I would need you to roll insight checks to see if you are aware that you went the wrong way. Unless you believe a different check would be appropriate, I'd be willing to entertain a different one, like a was it nature check?
Could I make a survival check?
That's the one. Yeah, you could do that if you want. Yep. That's probably more.
What Petals survival?
Petals
survival is +3 for a 22.
Okay, yeah.
Or for a 20, sorry.
Oh.
I only got a 5, so she is none the wiser.
Oof.
Oh, I got a natural 20.
Nice.
Someone's watching out around me.
Gary, I think we're headed the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't think we're headed the wrong way.
Gary is like, no, I think we're going the right way.
Also, I've named the Triceratops, or the Pachyrhinosaurus, Winston.
I love this. So two of you are not aware that you are on the wrong course. The other two actually do know. So you're kind of in the middle of the jungle.
There?
Oh yeah, Cassandra's there too. Thank you for reminding me. She is none the wiser. She has no idea. She has no clue. No clue at all. She thinks you're on the right track. So it's up to you what you want to do. You have made it a portion of the 3 hexes you can make in a day, because you're going normal speed. Now on land, now that you have the Triceratops, I'd be willing to say that you can go fast speed without the additional dehydration or need for rations. However, it will limit your stealth, and your animal will dehydrate faster. So there's that. But you're not going by land right now. You're going by water, and your water just ended. So you are now currently in this.
Did the river like fork or something?
It did, yes. The water, the river split into 2, and you had to kind of make a guess on which way was the correct way. As you wander into this area, you find a note. Or excuse me. Oh, I just did it.
A message in a bottle? Floating in the river?
I just accidentally said the thing out with the secret part out loud. You find a body on the ground, which is what I'm trying to say. You see off in the distance there's a man on the ground, and he's surrounded by some other corpses. What do you do?
Can we tell that the man is dead?
You are currently not next to him, so it's hard to tell.
Okay.
Also, remember, the dead don't always stay dead around here.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Jessamine ain't crazy or out for blood, so I think we should go help those guys, or
Okay.
at least anyone that's left. Carefully, help them carefully. But we do have our big we do have Winston here now, so I think we can handle a few corpses if they do.
I was going to leave Winston tied up to or connected to the boat and
That's
take
fair.
Sharkan and Tavok.
That's fair. That's fair.
What's the name of the tiger?
Sharkan?
Ooh. I'm not sure what the name of the cougar is, but he's probably coming along too.
Gary the Second.
Would you explain to me your method of approaching an investigation for me?
I'm going to. Oh, yeah. Can Gary and I like go ahead of the party and like kind of roll stealth and kind of like try and sneak up there?
Yes.
And see if there's any movement or anything?
Yeah, you absolutely could. He gets
I'm going.
Wow, he got a nat 20.
I'm going to use. Wait, can we make this a group skill check for me and him?
What do you mean by that? Like
Hang on. Where was this? Skill checks. Group checks. When a number of individuals are trying to accomplish something as a group, GM might ask the group for a group ability check in such a situation.
I would be okay with that. That'd be fine.
Everyone in the group makes the ability check. If at least half the group succeeds, the whole group succeeds. Otherwise, the group fails.
I think that this would be an excellent opportunity to do that.
Okay, cool. Then I succeed automatically.
Yep. You come up and you find that there is a man in. There is one dead man, and he is surrounded by 5 dead zombies. You are absolutely sure that they are dead. In fact, let's see what Gary sees. Roll perception for me, please.
Yay.
Huh?
And where? That is 16.
Nice. You notice something shiny on his neck. Something kind of shiny red. Do you want to look closer, investigate this guy? This dead man?
Yes, I'm going to.
He's dead, so you probably don't need to roll.
Yep, I'm just gonna walk up there. Have Gary watch my back.
You find that there is a ruby amulet around his neck, which is very interesting. But what also you find that's interesting is in his hand there is a piece of paper that's slightly torn.
Okay, can I see what's on the piece of paper?
You may take a look at your screen. Would you care to read it for everybody?
It says treasure hunter's note. I'm close to finding the hunting bow of chills. I've tracked it down to Altar of Thrond. It's apparently guarded by a. And then the animator suffered a fatal heart attack.
There's more down at the bottom.
So it wasn't apparently guarded by an
Oh, that's what I meant to do.
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The writing trails off unexpectedly. The misspelling appears to be a smudge, and the rest of the writing is impossible to make out. Huh. Neat. So can I tell like who this guy was by what clothes he was wearing?
Oops.
Or like his profession?
He is, by your best description, a treasure hunter. He's just a treasure hunter. He is I can give you a description of his physical appearance. He has a rusty short sword, rusty chainmail, and then on his side is a bag that has fallen open, and spilling out of it is a journal that is also slightly damaged.
Ooh, I'm gonna take the journal.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Does he have any? Well, okay. Does he have any money on him?
No, he doesn't actually. Well, not so surprisingly. He's in the middle of the jungle.
Okay.
An idiot just carries around pounds of gold in a jungle.
Subtle hint that you guys should leave your money somewhere. This is an advertising campaign for the Bank of Nyanzaru. Do you want to look at the journal at all?
Well, I'm Gary and I are gonna head back to the boat, and then I'm gonna read the journal as
Do you make your way back upstream to where you got lost from?
Yeah.
Okay. Side note, you guys only have the chance of getting lost once per day, so please exploit that as much as possible. I'm letting you know cool. Once.
We can't get lost multiple times.
Well, I mean, you could get lost in a different sense, but in Hex Crawl, it's just way better for the DM for you to only get lost once. So for the next portion, which I'm going to automatically move you into, you do not get lost. However, you have now used up all 3 spots because you had to backtrack. So the end of the day comes. Now let's tell you what's in that journal, though. The journal describes for you the journey that the treasure hunter has gone on to try to find this altar of Throned. He's been tracking down signs through the jungle. He had heard about this altar through some sort of a I was about to say prophecy. That's not the right word. Basically, rumors in from his hometown. It doesn't say where he's from or what his name is. But he managed to make it here. He's been looking for an old cobblestoned path, and at somewhere along down that path, which is in, you would presume, the general vicinity of where you are or where he was. The exterior of the temple is made of gray stone blocks and is built into the hillside. And then there's a rough sketch of what it would look like. And so that would help you in identifying whether or not you found the right place. But it's built into a hillside, so you got to find some place with hills if you want to try to find the altar of Throned. Well, the temple and then the altar inside of it. He also says that the hunting bow of Chills is something that has been kind of long sought by treasure hunters. It is said to have unique characteristics and is ideal for hunting, especially in this sort of climate. Put it that way. This environment would be a better way of putting it. So it's up to you if you act on that.
I suppose so, since the creatures here probably wouldn't be used to extreme cold.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep.
So if you want to keep an eye out for this cobblestone path on your travels, I'd basically have you roll a perception check once each hex to see if you can find it, and your chances are improved if you're not on the river, just because you can only see so much land from the river. Yeah. So unless you want to change your course, I have you one more hex down the river, and it is now nighttime. Is that what you like?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your description of the river, it's on all sides covered by lush green broadleafed plants, lots of ferns. The water is quickening. It's no longer moving at this really, really gentle pace. It's kind of starting to get pretty quick. As that's happening, the obstacles in the water seem to be getting more and more prevalent. So you have little sandbars that you have to avoid. Now, are you going at the pace of the trike, just trampling through the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will go 50 feet every 6 seconds.
Then,
100 feet every 6 seconds if he's sprinting.
Then you probably wouldn't have any additional difficulty in navigating this faster speed and greater chance of obstacles. The sun starts to set as you finish up your 15 miles of travel for the day. However, are these 6 mile hexes? Sorry, these are 6 mile hexes. Your 18 miles of travel, except that you had a detour of 6, so you really only made it 12 miles total today. So you're welcome to continue into the night, but then it's nighttime.
What if we keep going at night through the river, but take turns resting?
You could absolutely do that. You're gonna all... I'm gonna try this. If this is clunky, I'll adjust it. But everybody deduct 2 gallons of water for the day and 1 ration off of your character.
And how so one water skin is 2 gallons of water?
No, 1 water skin is more like a quart. So all since we're figuring it out, we could say that it wasn't that you probably were able to collect some on your travel, but keep in your mind how you want to collect water or clean it or that sort of thing. And I'm gonna give you opportunities. I just want.
So how if I have 15 water skins, how many days of water do I have?
Whoa. So 15. So there would be 8 of those is 1 day's water rations, right? I did that math right? Yeah.
Oh.
So if you have 15, that's just shy under 2.
It's funny, I have exactly 16.
I think you planned that, didn't you?
I probably did. You probably told us that last session, and I probably bought exactly 2 days worth of water. Can I make a survival check to either gather potable water or boil potable water out of the river and scavenge
I'm
through
so
berries?
confused. This is confusing. Why can't I just buy a day's worth of water?
You did. You bought water.
And still
Yeah,
have more
but
stuff in the container.
This doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Explain
it does.
the
But
confusion.
it's not. So you can just straight up buy 1 day's worth of food, right?
You can, yes.
Why isn't water measured that way?
Because in Yanzaro you can get it out of a tap. You can get water really anywhere. Once you get into the jungle, it's different. I mean, you don't have a corner store on the side of the river.
Yeah, but why isn't it measured that way? If you're buying
1 day's water? It can be. You just chose to get water skins that were the normal
that was all
size.
you provided me.
We talked about it last week. Do you remember? Gary got
No.
specific ones made. So one water skin was 1 day's water. You got a massive water skin made. Also, that's really homebrew. It's normal for the water skins to be a quart. Because think about it. How much is a quart of milk? You can carry that on your belt pretty easily. But try carrying a 2-gallon water skin on your belt. You're going to be walking sideways.
It all makes perfect logical
Well, yeah,
sense.
but why couldn't... So how much water do I actually have? I don't know.
You're 1 quart shy of having 2 days worth of water. You have 1 and 7/8 gallons.
That makes no sense.
It makes total sense.
Can you give me a nice round number, please?
Well, you got 15 skins. If you want to buy another skin, go for it, and then you got two full days. We'll just pretend.
If you want, I will make you a skin out of an animal we catch and kill.
Okay.
Uh,
That is way too complicated.
It starts to rain. Not only does it start to rain, it starts to pour. You guys are now being completely drenched in a deluge of water. The Triceratops has decided, nope, I'm done. And he starts climbing out of the river onto the shore. He doesn't climb it so much that he pulls your boat off out of the water, but he's definitely signaling to you like, hey, I want some rest and some food. I have been walking this whole time.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. All right, no worries. Can I make a survival check to round up some food for my animals and friends?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh, also, we should set out our 2 rain collectors to refill our water skins.
Yes. Yeah. See, we're easing our way into this because this is more survival-y stuff. And if this ends up being a bother, I can cut out some of it. But I want to give it a try at least.
I think it's fun.
Oh, I think it's fun. It's really fun.
I mean, like, honestly, if you think about it, we're made for traversing a particularly dangerous continent.
Mm-hmm.
We're making pretty darn good time with only having to make 1 trip back to Ganzaru.
That's right.
Yeah.
And welcome back,
we're
Gary.
doing pretty good.
Hi, Gary. We found a dead
Sorry for
human.
dipping out there. My daughter.
That's nice.
Indeed. Hope you had a good call.
Yes.
Yep.
You found a dead treasure hunter with a note and a journal that describes a temple of Thrond that has the hunting bow of Chills inside of it. They haven't decided what to do about that, but they are setting up camp for the night. They have made it down the River Socian Star, 1 day past as far south as you had gone previously.
Did we also find one of 120 new gems?
One of 120, say again?
Unusual gems?
Unusual gems? Oh dear.
Oh, we did find that necklace, didn't we? With the ruby on it?
He totally picked up on the fact that this is a repurposed treasure hunter note from Skyrim. It definitely is. It can be a variety of different things. I've run into at least 2 of them. But yeah, the hunting bow of Chills is definitely inspired by Skyrim. Did you make that check there, Petal?
I did. I got a 21 on my survival check to acquire food.
You find as much as you need, and perhaps more. It's up to you to take more.
No.
Having trouble hearing you, Dodjo.
Who get the bow?
Nobody's acquired it yet. You just know that it is out there somewhere in the Temple of Thrond, and you would need to find it. There's a description of how to get there, but it's a little bit vague. You would have to keep your eyes peeled on your travel. By the way, I will roll for whether or not you saw it. You did not. So you have not seen the cobblestone road that would lead to it so far.
If I only made a 4, I feel like I got held up in my hammock while I was trying to get set up. Everyone's over there doing stuff, and I'm cartoon wrapped up like the Looney Tunes.
all of a sudden it twists and your foot gets cut and you're hanging upside down. Ah!
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Petal and Shere Khan come out of the jungle with dragging 3 antelope and a one-man tent full of fruit that he feeds to Winston.
Let's see.
I got us, guys.
As you're setting up camp, you see in the fading light that is rapidly becoming more and more full of rain, there is a very faint light coming up your side of the river towards you at a walking pace. Also,
I'm going to point that out.
I have no idea if you started a campfire or not.
Cougar and my myself are going 20 feet up into the trees.
Is that its name, Cougar?
I think you might need to relocate a little bit. We're having trouble hearing you.
Alright. Okay. How about now?
That is much better. That is clear.
Okay. Yeah. So I will come up with a nickname for the cougar later, but for now, all I've got are joke names, and no.
You got it, man. You're up in the tree.
Petal,
no problem.
Petal and Sharkan will go investigate. If I'm riding Sharkan, can I use his stealth roll?
Yep. That would be totally fair. What does Elvira want to do, and what does Guy want to do?
Can I add to the fact that I would like to also hide once we're up in the tree?
Oh, yeah, I kind of guessed that, but yep, you got it.
Yeah.
Hide behind a tree. And
Let's see.
watch, but hide behind the tree.
Why don't you roll your stealth for all of you? Roll your stealth that you're doing. And Guy, are you doing anything in particular?
No, I haven't decided yet.
Woo! Nat 20 from Elvira. Woohoo! Way to go! Do you want to explain your amazing stealthiness? Oh, are they muted? I can't hear Elvira.
No.
I'm trying to figure out
Okay.
what my amazing stealthiness is.
Do you just become one with the mud?
I think so, yes. I found the perfect little ditch area to lay down in so I can still see everything and get up easily, But it's also behind a tree. I found a little hidey hole that I can see everything and cast my spells from.
Tell you what, as part of your check to stealth, you find a really handy sheet of moss that was growing on this rock, and you were able to peel it off, and it's big enough that you can use it almost like a blanket to hide under.
I like it.
Yeah.
Why are we stealthing again?
There is a light walking towards you.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yes, I am going to stealth, and I'm going to use my ambush ability, which means I lose 1. Come on, where are you? Where are you? There we go. And then it's 1d8. Okay. I have 7.
Okay.
Petal and Sharkan got a 27 for their stealth check.
Wow.
Dang.
That's excellent.
Sharkan gets a +8 to stealth.
Dang.
I got a 17 with my bonus.
That's awesome. Okay. Petal and was it Sharkan?
Yes.
Petal and Sharkan, you are completely stealthed. You just get a sense that practically nothing's going to find you. You found this really nice little deer path that you're following. It's really narrow, and there's great bush foliage cover around you. And in fact, it's tall enough that even on the back of your tiger, it covers up to at least your shoulders, so only your head is popping up above it. And you can tell that in front of you, about 20 feet, and off to your left, that the light is on a much wider path that is a lot less obscured. So you can see that pretty easily, but whatever's coming your way wouldn't be able to see you, especially if you ducked. Gary, you and Cougar up in the tree. You're. No one thinks to look up, and so no one sees you. You two both have dark vision, so within, was it 40 or 60 feet? I think it was
60.
60. Okay, so
Mine is 60. His is also 60.
okay, so 60 feet of dark vision. Now, it's black and white. It's grayscale, and it's the same level of detail as dim light. I want to actually make sure I handle it that way going forward, because I apparently did not understand dark vision, and I thought it was basically daylight vision. So I was treating it wrongly before. So you two are able to see what's coming on. Elvira, what did she get again? 20? Nat 20? Yeah.
20 other stuff.
Yeah.
She's down on the ground a lot lower, so it's a little harder for her to see. She also doesn't have dark vision. So as long as there's no light source, which no one has mentioned if there's a light source, then she can't see anything.
I would say, given the rain and that, like, we just got back with food, we probably haven't started a fire yet.
Okay. And then, Guy, you're not sure. Your status, you are crouching in a bush or something of that sort, unless you want to give a better description. There are 3 individuals walking towards you, and currently the person closest to see them is Petal, and if he does a perception check, it can give him more information.
I would love to do a perception check.
Gary could as well, because he's got a really good vantage point.
That'll be an 11 on my perception check.
Okay.
Although I will say my passive perception is 13.
Oh. Yeah, that's always it's always weird, like, when your passive perception's higher than your active perception.
I just rolled low. I rolled an 8. I have a +3 to perception. I'm pretty pleased with it.
Nice. I'm not sure if Gary heard me, so I can roll for him. And unless I see his roll, I'll just roll for him here. He gets an 18 if that's the case.
I had was that for perception or for stealth?
This is a perception check if you want to do it. You got
okay.
a high vantage point, so you can see pretty well in this rain. Both of you two can. The other two can't see really anything, just because
I'm going to
of their
attempt to make mine.
location, mostly. Woo!
So yeah,
Okay, so Petal, you
17.
can't see it super well, but Gary can. There are 3 individuals. They're very lightly armored. They're wearing hide armor, and they have short swords. One of them is carrying a torch in front of the other 2. You can't tell what race they are because of the rain. They don't appear hostile by the looks of them. They're just wandering through the rain, and they probably within 10-15 seconds might encounter your Triceratops, who is not stealthed.
Right. I'm gonna confront them before they bump into Winston.
Roger that.
Can I do a performance check to try to throw my voice as I say, "You there, announce yourself."
Oh, I love that idea. Please do. That's cool.
14. I'm
Hey,
pleased.
nice. Yeah, they look around as if like they're not really sure where that voice came from. Who goes there? Show yourself.
In that case, I'm gonna hop off of Sharkan and like leave him hiding, ready to pounce from the tall grass like he do, and I'm gonna step out in front of them.
Okay. You're now closer. You can tell there are 3 Chultans, and the 2 in the back have hoods on. The one in front is not wearing his hood. and he's looking around trying to find you, and then he spots you as you jump out. And he's kind of startled. He steps back a moment for a second, and he's kind of shocked that you came out of the bush. He wasn't expecting you to come that direction. They don't really do anything other than stop and look at you.
Can Gary tell that they are Chultans from where he's at?
Yeah, I think so. Probably they're closer now. Yeah, let's say, and they've got
Okay.
darker skin. It would be recognizable to you, especially since you've lived here for a while.
Okay.
Chultans.
That does
humans.
influence what I'm going to be doing, so.
Yes, I remembered that this week. So I was preparing things. I'm
will
very
introduce
biased
myself.
towards my NPCs being human, by the way. Sorry, Zach.
No worries. No, that's fine. Sorry. I would say I will introduce myself as Emissary Petal and state that, and then ask them what brings them to the deep jungle of Chult.
They say, well, we are scouts of the Emerald Enclave. We are on a mission.
During that little process there, how far am I away from them?
20 feet
Roughly.
up in the air.
No, I mean, just horizontal distance exclusively.
Let's say at this point you're 20 feet away. You are, Gary, horizontally. And the only reason it was difficult to make anything out was just because of that rain. But they are now close enough to you that you can see that sort of stuff a lot better.
So, I would like to use my cougar to jump 20 feet over to the next tree, which should be a pretty easy jump, but I can make a check if you want.
No, that's fine. You're really agile. I'll take that.
Does he need to make a... I guess he wouldn't need to make a stealth check.
Or does my stealth check carry, or...
I'm thinking it would carry because the sound of rain, distance up, it's dark. He's a naturally stealthy person. He's a cat.
Yeah.
All these things are in his favor. I think it would just be kind of cheap to do a check. Or unnecessary.
Yeah. We're just going to be directly above them then.
Yes, okay. Sorry, I had to look up a note, so... They mentioned that they are members of the Emerald Enclave, and one of the ones in the back is carrying a staff. And they are wearing... The robes they're wearing are green, emerald-colored green. And there's an emblem on there of a deer. The head of a deer on each of the
Would I
robes.
know what the Emerald Enclave is? Is that something I might have heard about in Chult? Or, I mean, in Port Nyanzaru?
You've probably heard of them mentioned before, but you don't really know any history or interesting facts about the Emerald Enclave, no?
I would
What about
ask
Gary?
him...
Oh, that's a really good point. Gary would probably know who they are. You know at least this.
Okay.
The Emerald Enclave are a group of druids that believe that preserving nature is the greatest good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gary would be pro for that, so those would be, in his kind of good graces, I guess.
Very good.
Okay, Gary's going to be gathering a rope out of his bag to do something, but that's probably going to take a full turn to do, so, yeah.
I guess it's... Yeah.
I would like to inform, not knowing who really, or like just having heard generally of them, I would like to inform these representatives of the Emerald Order Isle. Emerald Isle. Order. Can't remember. Anyways.
Enclave.
I was like, Enclave. I knew I was getting close. I would like to inform them that they are approaching my camp and tell them that if they mean no ill will, they are invited to join myself at camp.
Certainly. We mean no harm to travelers. Is it just you?
Gary's going to be lowering himself on rope from the cougar, and he's going to get near like one of them, but like 2 or 3 feet above head level. And as soon as they ask that question, he's going to go, "Not entirely."
Go.
I would also like to whistle and have Shere Khan just kind of come out of the grass. You know.
Comes out growling a little bit.
That's a good boy. That's a good boy. I'm gonna like fish out a little piece of meat and give it to him.
They all take a step back and their eyes go wide. Like, oh, we don't want to mess with this guy.
Do Gary or no? Do Guy or Elvira hear any of this?
Yeah, you would hear it. Yeah, you just wouldn't see it. And also Cassandra is somewhere with you. I just remembered she's with. Cassandra also hears it, but she's not participating.
Existence.
Yes.
Okay, Guy is also gonna get up and like try and make his way in the general direction of the sound of talking.
As that happens, you hear a come from the Triceratops down by the water as it's helping itself to a nice long drink after that long walk. These druids, which are now looking a little bit apprehensive or hesitant, are not really sure what to make of your group.
So the one that's near Gary, Gary's going to extend a hand. You know, I like to shake the hand and be like, "Gary has heard of your group, and Gary approves."
He takes a bit of a deeper breath, and he relaxes a bit. He says, "Well, that is comforting. Honestly, if you had decided to attack us, we would stand no chance. So I don't see any point in keeping up pretense here. If you don't mind me asking, what are you doing out here?"
We are explorers.
Gary cannot tell you.
We're currently
going on an adventure.
Yes, we're on an adventure. We're on an expedition.
Adventure. Wonderful.
Yes, it's been quite interesting so far. We went to a carnival. It was fantastic. The ending was a little lame. We found some treasure, got a curse, got healed, got all of these amazing, wonderful animals, and am back on our adventure.
Wow, that's certainly a rich story. Yeah, you're the first group of people like this I've ever encountered, so that's fascinating. I hope your journey goes well. I mean, we might be able to help you with directions, though we haven't been that deep into the jungle. Where is it you're heading?
Camp Vengeance, wasn't it? I kind of like turned to Petal, or maybe I turned to Gary.
Camp Righteous is where we're headed toward.
Thank you, Elvira.
Oh, Camp Vengeance. Can't say I'm a fan of that. That's Order of the Gauntlet, but you'll encounter Camp Righteous before Camp Vengeance. It should be on the southern side of the river, not too far from here. You know, day or two trip by water. As I see your raft there. Shouldn't take long to get there. But yeah, I would think Camp Righteous is probably a good place to start. Can't say I've been to Camp Vengeance, however.
Is there something wrong with Camp Vengeance?
No, it's just further.
Well, you said you are members of the Emerald. Don't tell me, I'll get it. Emerald Embassy? No, that's not right. Enclave.
Yeah.
Oh. Take that, ADD brain.
Yes, yes, we are
think that
scouts.
was in character the whole time.
I definitely, for sure, that was in character the whole time.
Yeah, good job, you remembered. Yes, yes. I presume you've probably never met anyone from the Emerald Enclave before.
I have not, but meeting new people and interesting people in the organizations on Chult is actually part of my job.
Oh,
As I said, I am Petal, Emissary Petal, emissary of the Laughing Prince of the Court of Dreams. I keep mixing those up, but it really is the Court of Dreams and the Laughing Prince.
they
of the Court of Dreams.
they look inquisitively. I've never heard of them.
I like how Petal keeps introducing, like, they're presumably a big deal in the Feywilds, and everyone here is
no one's heard of it. Well,
I have no idea.
You're in the boondocks of Chult. I mean,
Are you familiar with Three? I believe your people here on the material plane call it the Feywild.
Oh, I've heard of it. I don't know much about it, but yes, I have heard of it.
The Court of Dreams is one of the courts of there. I wouldn't say rulers, because nobody really rules.
Sure.
There, it's a little it's different from the material plane, but one of the more powerful entities.
Well, I imagine if you spoke to one of the more knowledgeable members of our organization, they may perhaps have visited the Feywild, but I've never left this plane, so that is not something I am familiar with.
Well, I will admit these are pretty fantastic jungles, so I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, what is it? What does your organization do? What are your goals?
Oh, we stand to preserve nature.
This is a worthy goal. Is it in danger of something?
It can at times. There are places that I would say far more hostile to it than Chult, however. We are here under a secret mission.
Gary's cougar is gonna kind of come down behind them, and he's gonna mount his cougar and be on the side of him, and he's just gonna pop in and ask, just interject suddenly as if this was totally normal. He's gonna say, Gary is curious. What about the undead?
Oh, ghastly creatures, especially the ghasts. Yeah, can't stand them. Definitely would like
He's gonna overlaugh at that joke.
If there was a way to get rid of the undead, would you know of it?
Thinks about it. Says, well, I know some don't take very kindly to silvered weapons, if that's what you're referring to.
No. I was thinking if only there was some way to get rid of all of the undead, maybe in one foul swoop.
Oh, goodness.
You don't know anything of it?
No, I mean, I could speculate. Perhaps there's a spell that could be cast by someone powerful enough and skilled enough, but I'm not aware of any such thing, no.
Okay. Just curious.
I have an idea, but involves a lot more tigers.
I want to buy all your tigers, random lady in Yanzaru.
Wait a second. What is this? Just a recreation of that Netflix show about the guy who had all these tigers?
It's about to be.
Tiger King?
Yeah, that one.
Oh my.
Except, unlike him, I will financially recover from this. I'm balling.
Is that what that's from?
Oh, I
I've
forgot
heard
that.
meme, but
I forgot that's where it's from. Oh, it's been a
Yeah,
while.
like one of his employees gets their hand bitten off or whatever, and he's just like, "I will never financially recover from this."
um, yeah. Unless they go into a little bit of personal interests, that sort of thing, talking about how none of these guys are actually from Chult. They've never lived here. They're on their way back to Yanzaru after accompanying a group of Emerald Enclave. The mission unknown to you. It's kept secret, and they're just heading back to end up taking a ship, and hopefully avoid Aramag and get back to where they come from.
So, if I was trying to get information about the stuff that is causing our merchant prince friend some issues, that would have been it, right?
It's tangentially related. I guess it would be worthwhile for me to review that. So the death curse is basically causing anything that's undead to actually expire and die permanently. So that means anybody who has been intentionally raised from the dead, who doesn't actually want to die unless it's a natural death, is at risk of dying permanently. All of the other undead would eventually fade away and no longer exist, but nobody really cares about that. And the death curse, as far as anyone knows, does not really affect whether or not somebody who dies of natural causes becomes undead. It's more of it more affects the fate of people who are already undead.
Like, if you've been revived or reincarnated by, like, the spell revive or reincarnate,
Yes.
those people are now dying. But, like,
Yeah.
not like the undead aren't withering and people who die aren't turning into undead, right?
Right. And then, in addition to that, the revival spells are not working to bring people back from the dead because of this death curse. So, if somebody were to die, as far as you know, they're permadeath. They're permanently dead. So that's one of the dangers right now, is that people can't be revived.
Interesting. If I die,
You die in the game,
the
you die
flying
for real.
monkey takes over. Okay, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
If I die, the flying monkey is in charge of these animals. So just keep that in mind.
Little monkey brain's gonna send him on a wild goose chase.
I'm sure he's going to direct them definitely to the best fruit in the jungle.
Crashing through the jungle, looking for one thing alone: fruit. You all they ask if it's okay for them to pitch camp there for the night, since it's dark and they need to get some rest as well.
Yes.
Absolutely. In
I
fact,
would like to practice my new method.
we should have plenty of extra extra food as well, if you're interested.
Yeah, they are interested. We lost somebody. Who did we lose? Oh, he's back. Okay. They are interested. And they take out from their packs, they have some salted pork that they share with you. Delicious salted pork.
Ooh,
So-
that's good.
I'm going to set up my tent with the 9 poles, and then it's got 20 feet that goes over, 10 feet down. Same thing on the other side.
Uh-huh.
And then the remaining 2 pieces close it in. So you basically got a 20 by 20 by 10 foot shelter that's covered on all sides
Oh, nice. Nice.
by tent fabric.
You find a pretty decent spot that's kind of dry because the tree above you has been kind of sheltering it from the rain. So the actual jungle floor beneath the tent canvas is relatively dry, and it's not going to be a muddy mess in the morning. and everyone settles down for the night. Gary, I already told them this, but deduct 1 ration and 1 day's worth of water from your supplies, your inventory
Neat.
for the end of the
Sure,
day.
no problem.
And,
Wait, does it still have to do that with our hunted food and rain-gathered water?
since you have that, I would say you can restock to your maximum, whatever that is.
Neat. 50 for me.
Say that again.
Yeah, you are all able to restock your water and food as you.
Okay, cool. So I only have 2 days of water. Okay.
And
No,
while that
I got
happens,
you.
Cassandra also restocks hers. Yeah. Am I leaving you out at all, Elvira? Just want to make sure I'm not leaving you behind.
She nodded off there for a hot second.
There you go.
Oh, that's okay.
No.
That's okay. Just wanted to check and make sure I wasn't like giving way too much attention to anybody in particular.
No.
Night passes. Is anyone going to stand watch?
I will.
Okay.
So
Gary's going to do as usual,
Let's see here.
which is above the trees, the 20-foot up.
Yeah.
Both him and the cougar.
Whoever's got first watch. We'll just do 1 watch for the night. Let's just keep it simple. 1 watch every night. It's just better that way. Do a perception check. Whoever is on watch.
it is a 20 an unnatural 22.
Oh,
Dirty.
I like unnatural better.
an abnormal 22. An unhealthy 22. During the night, the rain ceases and the clouds move out, and the stars come out. They are shining brilliantly. You actually get a little bit of moonlight, which is good because your fire is dying down and your visibility would otherwise be reduced. You feel the coolest temperature air you have felt yet on this entire trip. It gets down to a whopping 60 degrees. There's a nice gentle breeze coming through. You hear the leaves of the trees rustling. It's just fantastic. You don't hear anything really of interest other than maybe a couple owls hooting in the night. And dawn comes, and you all wake.
Okay.
I was going to say, after Petal does his 4 hours of meditation that he does, he'll take the rest of his long rest and update his maps, brush out Sharkan and take a rag and clean Winston's feet and just do normal animal care, maintenance, stuff like that.
Nice.
I'm trying to ingratiate myself with these animals so that they love me as much as I love them.
So, okay, question. Did that fulfill a short or long rest?
That was a long rest.
Okay.
Technically, it shouldn't have been for you, but because I'm wanting to keep it simple, we're going to say it did. I don't want to get lost in all the details. That would be really irritating for me.
Okay, it probably counts as a short rest since I didn't do anything.
Yeah, but see, if I do that, then I got to figure out a way for you to get your total long rest in somehow, unless you figure it out. And then we're switching off people every other night or every night who's going to be resting during the day. It's unless you
Isn't that
want to do
what
it.
we're supposed to be doing?
If you want to do that, I'm okay with that. I was thinking that you wouldn't want to, but
I mean, he gets a short rest this time, and then maybe it's me next time. And
okay.
Yes.
Go ahead then. We'll play it that way as long as I don't have to track that portion.
Okay, I'll keep track.
All right, thank you,
I'll just put it in the voice call chat.
Mr. Navigator, aka Gary. Would you like to roll your navigation roll, unless you want to do more before you hit the road again?
Have our fellow adventurer people left our little grouping yet?
They haven't quite yet. They're going to hit the road and continue heading north, which is the opposite direction you're heading.
Okay.
Before they... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Okay, no, go ahead.
I was going to say, before they go, I assumed last night while we were talking, I would have told them about the Dreaming Court, or the Court of Dreams, and I'd like to, do my little card trick thing and give them the playing card. Say, you can leave word for me at the Broken Barnacle if you have any, if the Court of Dreams can be of any help at any time.
Oh, of course. Yes. Good to meet you, Petal. We will. Well, we can speak with our contact of the Emerald Enclave in Yanzaru, and then see what proceeds from there.
Excellent, and the safest of journeys to you.
Likewise to you. I bid you good day. And they pack up and leave peacefully and disappear off into the distance. Gary, you get your proficiency bonus on your navigation roll because you are the guide.
Okay. What does that equate to?
So it'd be +4.
Okay. Neat.
Proficiency bonus should be +2. We're still level 4 or level 3, right?
He's got a special situation. We did a little tiny homebrew thing for him.
All right, cool. No worries.
Yeah, I appreciate you brought that up. Good eye.
Just wanted to make sure I wasn't shorting myself.
Yeah, no, you're totally correct. He I can't remember what we pulled something out of his class because it was not quite aligning with the morals of his character or something like that. So we came up with a way to sort of balance it, hopefully, a little bit.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember what you're talking about now.
And then he's also the quote NPC unquote build, so he's got nothing for stats. He's got 10s all across.
No worries.
Let's see. You got a 21. Nice.
Yep.
So basically, I explained this to them, but I'll explain it to you. You, for the rest of the day, cannot get lost on the hex crawl portion.
Woo!
Actually, and with that great of a roll, you can't get lost, period, anywhere. It just doesn't matter what kind of terrain you're in. So, that is where I'm going to consult my notes real quick.
So Petal's gonna get bored with his short attention span while we're on the boat ride. He's gonna hop up onto Winston's back and using his higher vantage point as he trudges through the river, he's gonna try to do some bow fishing.
Very cool.
Catch him like a big old fish, like a gator or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Gator. Bow fishing for gators. That can't go wrong.
Actually, what's funny is, as you are bow fishing, not specifically for gators, you do actually encounter an alligator. It doesn't sneak up on you or anything. You see one actually sunning itself on the beach, which strikes you as a bit odd. They don't normally do that, but this one is.
Oh, I got a friend in South Ferry, and he tells me these things are delicious.
Gary also has a new taste for reptiles.
The gator, for the most part, doesn't move as you approach, but right as you get within about 10 feet of it, unless you want to contest with a roll, it slips into the water and becomes lost to sight for the moment.
I was going to shoot it with my longbow way before we approached it.
Okay. I will take that.
Okay, hold on. So, do I see said alligator?
What's your passive perception?
Whoa. Actually, that is a good question. I don't know.
It's 10 because it's 10 plus your wisdom modifier.
Oh, lame. All right, yeah. So 10.
Yes, you do see it. It's rather obvious. Anyone who beats an 8 on with passive perception sees it.
Okay.
Okay. So, obviously, seeing that and seeing him prepping to shoot it, I am also going to prep to shoot it so that I can get my sneak attack bonus on it.
I assume I just watched them like draw their bows, and I'm like, oh, we're shooting something, and so I also get my bow and aim in the general direction that they're going to shoot in, and then I see the alligator.
Why can't I find an alligator stat block?
Wait, does Elvira also have a bow? Does Cassandra have a bow?
Cassandra has a light crossbow.
Elvira, what do you have?
I have a bow, yep.
She has firebolt.
And firebolt, more importantly.
I say we just pepper the thing with arrows.
Good grief, this thing is gonna have a bad day.
Don't put too many holes in him. I want to turn him into a giant water skin.
No initiative necessary. Just all of you who want to shoot, just roll your attack roll, please.
Okay.
Because you're getting the drop on this thing.
I don't know what my bonus is to my attack, though.
And then my damage is... Seriously?
Your bonus to attack... I have to check your sheet, I'm sorry, I don't know. Woo, Mr. Roboto is back.
Kettle got a 21 for 9 damage.
I got a 28 for Chaos Bolt. I can't do
Hold
one of
on
my
to that for a
spells.
second. He does not have any attack bonus for short bow. He does 1d6 piercing though. Gary, that's who I'm speaking of.
On my sneak attack.
Oh, your sneak attack does.
Plus 2d6.
Yep, 2d6.
12 and 5.
Who got 12 or above?
I did.
I did.
3 people. Okay, you all hit. Give me your numbers, and I will tally them up here.
18.
18.
9.
Oh my gosh, 18?
Okay, so
Holy cow!
First, and it only did 1d10 or 1 point of damage. So she did Chaos Bolt after that.
Oh.
And I think Firebolt is an action.
Okay, well I didn't do Firebolt, so only 17 then.
Well,
3 damage.
I mean, you guys obliterate this crocodile. It's a crocodile now because apparently there's no alligator. So
We killed it so hard it changed species.
at the same time, before you get to the crocodile, out from the bushes come 3 humanoid creatures, and you all need to roll initiative, and you're in the water still. You don't know what they are yet. You haven't gotten a chance to see what they are.
Yes. Wait.
Let's move you to the random battle map real quick.
Ooh, and we're on the boat. This will be fun.
Yes. So basically, unless you tell the trike to stop walking, you're still moving.
Okay. I am expending a superiority dice to add it to my initiative roll.
Okay. Apparently, Roll20 needs a moment to breathe.
Okay, I have a total of 21.
I'm gonna pull up the tracker. Okay, for the time being, just write down what you have, and I'll ask you in just a second because I gotta clear some stuff up. Sorry.
Where do you want me to write it down?
A piece of paper's fine. I just need you to hold on to that information for 1 second while I get you a rough map so that we have something to work with here. Roll20 is a little slow at the moment. Freehand. Nope. I'm I'm actually moving faster than is good for me right now. There's the river. There we go. And in bushes. I know you love it when I have some assets in the map there, Eli.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you some well manicured bushes because I can't find anything else for bush really quickly.
Yes.
So
Bushes in the middle of the jungle.
yes. So
Tropical bushes.
yes. Imagine with your
Short ferns.
imagine with your amazing imagination that there is a dense treed forest just on the other side of that. So wherever this scribbly green is, that's where the forest trees are.
Is there a forest tile that you could just stretch?
I'm sure there is. I can't. I think that might be a little bit cumbersome. I'm going to pull your characters in here. For these little quick random battles, I don't think I'm going to put nearly as much effort in as I otherwise would. Let's just say the ones that I have prepared for you, I really do care to put a lot of detail in, but this one is going to be quick. Alright, so your trike is here. Let's put your... we want the tokens. Let's put your raft right behind it. So as long as you're in that square, or not square, but rectangle, you are on the raft. As best as you can fit on there.
Petal is on Winston, but he gets covered
that,
up by Winston, so just pretend.
That's right. And there are the other 4 animals. I've put them into one token, basically, to make this easier. And we're gonna I'm gonna add turns for all of you. Are you planning on attacking with your Triceratops?
Nope.
Okay. Are you planning on attacking with any of the pets?
Maybe.
We'll say
Sharkan.
if you want to. Sharkan? Okay.
Yeah, possibly my cougar.
Okay. We'll add a turn for them then. The group of your animals there. Oh my word. It added tiger twice. That's weird. Monkey twice. Evoke twice. Oh, no, it added... Oh, shoot, it added them a lot. There we go. Okay. Put your rolls in there. Your animals are going to get the same roll as you, Petal, just because I think that's how it's supposed to be handled.
I'm pretty sure it is.
That makes sense.
If you want to do something to, like, make it easy, like, you know, you can only, like, use Evoke and one other animal for, you know, for doing something, that's totally fine by me. If you want to tell me, like, no, you don't just get to command an army of animals, I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yeah, why don't we, for now, why don't you just use them as a... Just pick one, and then I'll figure out what I want to do more permanently for next session, because I had neglected to give this any thought.
Me too, honestly. Yeah. So, in fact, you know what? I'll just leave Sharkan there. I think me and Tavoke got this.
Sounds good. Or leave the tiger and the monkey. Oh, that's right. Buddy's not here. I forgot. There we go. I think I removed the cougar by accident. That turn. There we go. Okay. Thank you for bearing with me. You are just a little bit upstream. The water is flowing what would appear north, but it's really south. This map is reverse of the direction you're going. And you see 3 lizard folk on the left bank, and there is a dead crocodile on the ground.
Is it in front of them?
Yes, it is. I'm pulling out an image. You killed the crocodile, and then these 3 jumped out, grabbed hold of it, and started dragging it into the bushes behind them. And because
I'm gonna yell at my crocodile.
as they're pulling, it takes a lot of effort. Their hands are busy holding things, so they aren't attacking you, and they're moving more slowly because they're pulling something heavy.
How far away are they?
If I actually measure, they are about 45 feet away, apparently. No, that's not right. Well, I'm going to stick with it. They're 40 feet away.
How much water is between us?
At least 30 feet if you go by the by the bird eye. If you go straight to the shore, it's 5 to 10 feet.
Okay. So, I would like to leap with my cougar. With a running jump, they can get about 40 feet. I'm hoping to just clear the water. And then I want to jump off the cougar, which I expect to have to do a roll for, and then make an attack on the first one that I can reach with my sword.
Okay.
My sword rapier of fire.
Before we do that, I need Petal and Elvira's initiative roll.
I put in 6.
Okay, it was a 6? I forgot to add Petal.
It's okay. Use Tavoke, because we have the same, and it's 11.
Why is Petal... Oh. Say again, it was what?
It's 11. You can just use Tavoke's. I put Tavoke's in. He doesn't get his own initiative, he just goes right after me.
Perfect, that'll work. Thank you. I had forgotten to put that in there. Wow, this is the one thing I hate about encounters, is how clunky it feels to get it set up. And no Triceratops. Okay, thank you. So, descending order. Guy is first, according to initiative.
Okay. So, those guys who are dragging away the alligator, who are they again?
You identify them with your core knowledge from Volo's Guide to Monsters as lizard folk.
Okay. Do they see us?
That might be more than you would be able to deduce. It depends. Either they're kind of far from you, but crocodiles don't just die with arrows and firebolts for no reason.
Yeah. So, okay. But they're just completely focused on the crocodile right now.
Yeah, they saw something that would have been good food. It died, and they are taking it, and they aren't asking any questions.
Okay. So I still have my bow. I'm going to what's it called? Holding an action or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Where I'm just gonna like If a lizard folk that I can see like attacks anyone in the party, I'm going to attack them. Can I do that?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Then Tavoke / Petal is up. Wow, we got a lot of 10s. Holy cow.
I am going to... I already have my bow out, thank goodness. I have my bow out. I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark one of the lizards. Let me cast that real quick.
All right.
And then I'm gonna yell, "Drop my alligator! I'm gonna turn you into boots!" and take a shot at the Hunter's Marked one.
Oh, hey, Petal, chill.
No, trust me, I've seen these scavengers like this. You gotta be assertive. Do not take my alligator!
But they're not doing anything to us.
They're taking our alligator.
They're robbing you.
Okay,
Harry does not trust lizard folk.
I don't care what kind of folk they are. They're stealing my alligator. They're going down. That'll be an 18 to hit.
Woo! Let me. Yeah, sorry, I didn't have the sheet up. That hits. How much damage?
4 piercing damage and 3 what's that? Bludgeoning damage. So 7 damage total.
Okay. Cool. Cassandra taps you on the shoulder real fast, Guy, and says, "Don't worry, Guy. These are cruel and mean creatures. I've never seen a kind one."
Sorry. I'm going to send Tavoke to go attack, to like charge them. He has 40 feet move speed, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45, 50, 55, 60.
Oh, I lost sight of him. Is he under one of those trees?
Oh, he might be.
Hold on, I'll just move these trees to the map layer, because that's where they should be.
Oh no.
I totally don't see him.
I lost my sweet, sweet boy.
Oh, I accidentally clicked out of the game. Technical difficulties.
Buddy is going to be Tavoke for right now. So he's gonna come over here on the other side of the guy that I just shot. Although he can't attack yet, so he had to dash.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, that's my turn.
That brings us to Gary and Cougar.
All right. So, Cougar is jumping across the river, and then I am jumping off said Cougar to clear that remaining 10 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you do that with ease.
Okay, so no roll?
I mean, isn't the Cougar like naturally good at jumping?
Oh yeah. But I'm also jumping off of the Cougar, and I mean it's not a particularly hard thing for me either. But
why don't you just do an athletics check then, I guess, or acrobatics? Which one's dexterity based? I never remember.
Acrobatics.
Oh.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, well, +4, but that's a 7.
I mean, it was. I wasn't gonna make it hard anyway. So you land, you kind of like trip a little bit and kind of stumble. So you lose 5 feet of movement distance.
Okay. Am I close enough to make an attack with my rapier?
No, you need to. Well, let's see. How far did your Cougar jump? Let's just establish that first.
30 feet.
30
basically
feet.
To clear the water.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So let's say you got up there. You have. What is that number? It's blocked by the name tag. 30.
30.
You're 40 feet from the nearest lizard folk.
Oh, okay. Can I use my bonus action dash to get a 60 feet?
You totally could. Do you want to go the full 60 or just get in melee?
I mean, just getting into melee.
You are there.
Okay. I thought you had said I was 40 feet away from it, so I was not trying to...
I think I might have measured from Elvira thinking it was you.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my bad.
That's alright. So, yeah, anyway, I just speed up to him, and then I would like to make a good old stab. I mean, just going right into the side of him. Just gut shot.
Okay.
You get sneak attack because Tavoke is there.
Oh, yeah. And so does that mean I have advantage, or... Because, I mean, I have sneak attack just at will, but advantage would be great for the attack roll.
That's fine.
Yeah, you get
Okay.
an advantage because he's an ally within 5 feet of the enemy.
Okay. So in that case, I'll do 1, which I'm glad I got another one. And okay. Does an 8 hit?
Unfortunately, no. That falls short. You miss in some form or fashion. Probably as you stab, the thing brushes your blade aside with its scaly skin and snarls at you.
Yeah, Gary's gonna scream, "That was my breakfast!" Gary does not like lizard folk. I've decided this. He doesn't like reptiles in general anymore.
That sounds suspiciously familiar of a character I played in a previous campaign with Zach.
Remember that one.
I was a Mandalorian
I got-
bounty hunter that hated Trandoshans. He just could not stand Trandoshans.
Wouldn't even do business in like the good weapons shop because it was run by Trandoshans.
That was we had to buy weapons from them. He was
I-
like, "No, shit, this
I
guy."
am committed to my character flaws.
Oh, as you should.
Oh yes.
Fantastic.
Is that too loud?
No.
It seems fine.
Okay.
So yeah, I assume that would end my turn. I don't think my cougar could do anything else, could it?
Nope, it doesn't have your ability to move super speed, so it moves on to Cassandra then. Who basically goes this far, loses... Let's see here. She can only go... She's going to lose 5 feet of movement speed. She has 30, so she makes it 25 feet. Oops, that's the wrong tool. She makes it 25 feet and then stops, and that's the end of her turn because there's a cougar in the way and she does not want to shoot it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were assuming my cougar's gender.
Oh. No, that was Cassandra, no. Elvira is next.
What is it?
Your turn, girl.
Okay, so I am behind Petal right now.
No, Petal's technically on top of
On
Winston.
top of Winston. Okay, well, I'm still behind him. Why can't I move my person?
I can move your person.
Oh, wait, I was the wrong person. Never mind.
Where you going, girl?
I believe she has 30 movement speed, and whenever she's in the water, she has to go at half speed. So if you're going to go the shortest distance from the water, you use up 20 feet to get to the shore.
Do that. And then, I don't know if I want to... Yeah, I just want to stealth and get closer to them.
So this would be the rest of your movement speed if you wanted to.
Let's do that.
Okay.
You're within
That's
range.
for my action. You better roll stealth?
You're within range to attack.
I know, but I would hit Gary.
You wouldn't necessarily hit Gary.
The boat advances 10 feet.
You could just yell duck and then I'll just do nothing. Because I'm 3 foot tall.
Sure, here, let me hear what I can do. That's a firebolt.
Is friendly fire something we need to worry about for non, cone or, AoE attacks?
Not really. The only reason I said Cassandra doesn't want to shoot for fear of the cougars, he's literally right in line of sight, so...
Okay. I just wanted to check, see if that's something weird.
I assume 22 hits.
Yeah, that is a good hit. Excellent job. How much damage does that do?
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Way to go! I love that I can just type -6 in there and it will do the math for me. It's like I'm doing Excel in Roll20.
Nerd!
Nerd! Okay, that is the first turn. Well, it's followed up by the lizard folk who act as one. And they pull the These two... Oops. That's the wrong thing.
One more reason I don't like the lizard folk.
They managed to get back 10 more feet with their spoils of war. Further out of your reach. That's all they do. They just continue pulling. And because they're dragging something so heavy, they're only able to go 10 feet.
You're not getting very far.
No, they're not getting very far at all.
Would that generate opportunity attacks for Gary and Tavoke?
You know what? It would, and I didn't think of that. That's a
Sweet.
good point.
Opportunity attack. Woo!
Dang it, I hate opportunity attack.
Yes.
I love it.
19. That hits.
I assume I do not get my sneak attack off with that.
I don't think so, no.
No, that's entirely fair.
Did Guy release his held shot, by the way?
Did any of them attack the party?
Nope, they did not.
Okay, well that was the trigger condition, so.
Oh, okay, that's what I had forgotten. -4.
So yeah, 3 regular damage, 1 fire damage.
What does Tavoke do?
Does a 12 hit?
It does not. That misses.
Then he misses.
Okay. Now back to regular turns. Guy, you are up.
Guy is having no part of this unwarranted aggression, so he's gonna put his bow up.
Oh,
And
okay.
He's just
I respect that.
gonna duck out.
I respect that. Zach will tell you
Gonna
I
stay in the
do
boat.
similar things in his campaign.
Yeah.
Decide to not shoot. Cool. Anything else? Do you want to do a skill check? Do you want to use a free action or a bonus action or anything?
Yell things.
No.
Something non-combat?
Do you have any ideas for what that could be? 'Cause
No,
I don't.
it's just an opportunity to roleplay if you want. It can have function and it can be strategic. Like you could try to get your comrades to stop if you want. I'm not saying you should, but that's an example.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they intend to stop. So yeah, nah, he's just gonna be quiet. He's just gonna like cross his arms and kind of contemplate for a little bit.
I think Cassandra's going to use her free action out of turn to say, "What's wrong with you? These things are stealing. It's stealing from us."
No, okay, is that worth killing them over? Possession is 9/10 of the law. They were the ones who grabbed it.
I'd like to see who wrote that law.
More importantly, who are they going to complain to after I kill them?
Don't matter. The man's got to have his principles.
You do you, boo. No judgment.
I do respect principles. Okay. Tavoke / pedal.
I would like to take another shot at the marked one for a... Does an 18 hit?
It does.
7 piercing and 1 bludgeoning. So 8 damage total.
We have a death.
I would like to bonus action move my hunter's mark to the next guy.
You are able to move it to the next guy. This one is now deceased. Alright. And as that happens, the turn goes to Tavoke, I guess. Did Tavoke attack?
No, he's about to. I was going to say, Tavoke moves up and attacks the newly marked one.
Okay.
Roll attack. 12 plus... Sorry.
Oh, that's alright.
see here. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Okay. Then he is going to do 1d6 plus 2. 7 fire damage.
Dang. 7 fire damage. Does that have a continual fire status?
No, he's not on. He doesn't like stay on fire. It's just 7 fire damage.
Okay. Very good.
And he's gonna snarl and like buck up.
Gary, you are up.
Okay, so the one that I attacked, did it die or is it still alive?
He is dead.
Okay. So in that case, I am going to attack the next one, but before I do that, I am going to position myself so that I am flanking.
Where do you guys think Gary would be if he's flanking? Over here?
Opposite of Petal.
I would say like there.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you do that, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. And then he's attacking?
And then I am going to attack, which should give me advantage as well, and also a Petal if he's, went later.
Tuvok will give you advantage, and he'll also give you 1d6 fire damage on top of whatever else you do.
Neat. Okay. So, I'll roll that one. And hopefully roll something higher. There we go. 14. 14 hit?
14
Yes, yes?
just misses. Sorry.
Oh, bummer.
Alright.
25, 30, 35. Your cougar is close enough it can make it to these lizard folk. I was just counting that.
Yeah, so Gary's going to whistle to the cougar to stay exactly where it's at, but...
Oh.
Or, well, not exactly where it's at, but, like, make a slow approach, as in, basically, by the time it gets to him, combat should be done.
Okay. I moved him 10 feet for now.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Quick. I gotta go here in like 13 minutes.
Okay. If necessary, I could take over your character or have somebody else do that for you if you'd like.
Okay.
Perfect. Cassandra comes up next. She's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Oops. She can only go 30 down. It's the cougar that can go 40. She is within attack range of the lizard folk. She is going to... Oh, I wish I had my notes all in one place instead of all over the place. What? I'm doing the best I can here. She's going to attack with... Come on. Frostbite. She's going to cast Frostbite. This is a vocal and what does the S stand for again?
Somatic.
Somatic.
Like hand gestures.
Yes. So she starts moving her hands side to side and all kind. I'm terrible at miming it. So she moves her hands in some sort of fancy dancy wizard way, and points her staff, and then coming out of that is a 60-foot beam of frostbite. They need to make a con save of her attack. Oh, wow, that sucks. This is the first magic spell I've ever really done as a character that wasn't an NPC, and it failed. Sad. She misses, and it goes straight into the carcass of the dead crocodile, freezing the side of it that's facing towards her. I guess that's positive. Now you don't have to put it in the fridge.
And it's preserved.
So she accidentally helped. That alligator is.
We
now
don't even have fridges,
a
so
frozen
this
potato.
is an added bonus.
Yeah. So, you'll have to build one, and she'll have to occasionally cast frostbite into it. So she misses. That's the end of her turn. She's already moved. It moves us to Elvira.
Elvira, you're up.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
she can get up to here if she wants. That's the furthest Elvira can make it. Well, she can go 30 feet.
Close.
There?
Yes, I'm getting the thick of it. And I'm going to take a firebolt at the person. Yeah,
Thaw out
What?
that crocodile that I just froze.
pretty much, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You and I are complementing each other with our spells.
Exactly. So, another round of firebolt. Ooh, does 14 hit?
Can't remember. I think it just slightly misses. Let's see here. It just barely misses.
Be like, what if I like accidentally like almost thaw out the crocodile?
You hit the other side of the crocodile and cook it.
Right, like you start to notice like the snout thaws out a little bit, you know?
You guys are
I'll give
ruining
you-
my crocodile!
I'll give you this, Elvira. Roll a perception check for me. I'll make it a bonus action for you under these circumstances. And I'll tell you what you get.
What? Natural 20.
You notice another lizard folk on the other side of the river, and it is getting prepared to attack you. It's drawing closer. This one looks slightly different.
Would it be an action to like alert them to everyone else in my group?
Yeah.
Free action to talk. So I don't know that it would give anything away. I think he already that probably doesn't matter anymore.
Well, I mean,
Them know about it. I don't know if they've seen it.
Oh, your compatriots?
Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit away.
Oh,
from the
you
mic.
could totally shout that for free, yeah.
Okay, cool, yeah.
Absolutely. You notice that it's wearing, it's actually wearing clothing, unlike the other ones, and it's wearing a robe. So if that gives you any idea, it's definitely different than the other three. That brings us to the lizard folk, which jump into the river and swim halfway across. They have a faster swimming speed. Let's see. Actually, they swim towards the Triceratops, and that's where they stop. They don't actually engage with the Triceratops.
if they're gonna bum rush Winston, they're in for it.
Well, that's exactly what I'm getting to, because I'm having the raft move forward once at a time, 5 feet at a time, and so your Winston here lowers his head and goes for a spear attack on the Triceratops. Or, I mean, on the lizard folk.
The gore attack.
Yeah, why don't you roll for your Triceratops? I'll let you control him. I didn't mean to take over there.
No, you're good. That'll be a 26 to hit.
What damage?
Yes.
48 plus 6.
Oh my gosh! That's incredible.
Oh, wait, hang on. Did I say that right? I couldn't have said that right.
I need to know what his...
4d8, that is right, 4d8 plus 6. Holy smokes, okay.
Reach 5 feet. It's too bad.
That'll be 25 points of damage.
Bam!
He did. Dang.
He's now wearing a lizard folk.
He made his last error. All of this for a free meal. Wasn't worth it if you ask me. I'm guessing you're switching your hunter's mark.
Yeah, I'll switch it to the guy in clothing.
Okay.
That'll be my
Guy
bonus
just
action on
kind
my
of
turn.
like looks away as he hears the impaling of flesh and presumably a dying lizard folks.
I want to yell to Gary, "Can you eat lizard folk?"
Gary's gonna look towards the clothed one.
I guess
Is it his turn?
that one would be the most edible. Yes, yes. Well, actually, hang on. It's the other lizard folk. This one walks into the shallows and begins casting a spell.
I would be on top of Winston and a pretty obvious target.
It is going to polymorph into another
Oh no.
crocodile and then begins swimming towards the Triceratops and is going to attack the Triceratops. Yes, I know. It's a terrible idea, but who said that lizard folk are smart?
Good.
Who said lizard folk are smart? Because they aren't. I mean, let's see. Their intelligence is a -2, and their wisdom is only a +1. So, I would say that this is a lack of intelligence more than a lack of wisdom. He's going to... What's the AC on that trike? Oh, man. Doesn't matter. He missed.
It's a 13 armor class.
Yeah, he just rolled a 4. So the crocodile just, like, bites at the leg and severely underestimates how big that leg is. And it does not get a bite into that flesh. And so he turns and he moves a little bit closer to the boat instead, ends his turn there, bringing us to Guy. Guy, you are now 10 feet away from the critter.
From the alligator?
Yes. From the crocodile. Crocodile.
New alligator crocodile.
Crocodile.
Alidol.
Yes. Oh, I forgot that.
Crocodile.
He tried to eat Winston. Get him!
I'm confused.
Nice to meet you, confused. Make up your mind. No, just kidding.
There are two alligators?
There's a dead one that you killed. This is a polymorphed one from the lizard folk shaman. The lizard folk shaman polymorphed into this one.
Oh.
So this is the shaman now that you're that's right next to you. It's just changed shape.
And is it on the raft?
No, it's not quite on the raft. It's still in the water.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the edge of the raft, I'm gonna grab my shield, and I'm going to ready an action to shove it if it tries to get on the raft.
Okay. Fair enough. Pedal.
Pedal is going to... This is the one I still have Hunter's marked, right?
The Crocodile is the hunter's mark. There we go. I put the little red dot on the hunter's mark.
Okay, then I'm going to shoot him with my bow. Does a 25 hit?
It would. You're on the other side of your trike. Are you still on the trike? I can't remember.
Yeah, it won't let me be on top of him. It puts me underneath him.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm standing on his back. That's why I was such an obvious target.
You absolutely hit.
Okay. That will be 7 piercing and 3 bludgeoning for 10 damage total.
Okay. Wow.
And I would like to try to get Winston to step backwards and just stomp the crap out of this guy. With a stomp melee attack.
Okay, give it a shot.
In the water?
He's big. The water doesn't really slow him down that much.
Does a 26 hit?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Okay. This guy gets a +9 to his attacks.
All right.
3d10 plus 6.
You out of here,
my
Eli?
time is up. My time is up, so I'm gonna go ahead and head out.
Thanks for coming. Have a good night.
Yep. You too. Good night.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
That'll be another 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my gosh, that was the perfect amount. He dead. He dead, son. He stayed in polymorph form, so you now have 2 dead crocodiles.
Nice.
So that the last crocodile that's still up on land where I'm at.
Yeah, yep, that dead one is still there. It's still dead.
Can my cougar drag that with me? You know, and we'll just kind of like take that over to the raft.
You can. You still have 1 lizard folk in play.
Oh. Okay. Well, that last lizard folk, I want to eat, so I'm going to go up and stab him.
5, 10, 15. That would be 25. That would be 35. Well, he has enough movements. Maybe he can do that.
I want
I was just saying, is he within 120 feet?
Oh, he is. Yes.
Yeah.
He turned into an alligator and apparently he's still
With absolutely no need to do this, I expend the extra amount of my movement to run circles around him, and then finally make that stab.
Stab. With built up
You
momentum.
run up Winston's leg, jump off of his head for like a downward death strike.
And get it too. I think you know what happens. You miss.
Yeah, no.
You miss, and
My dice are cursed today.
you slice the water. You do
Yeah.
1d6 damage to the water, which heals itself.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I mean, it's not your fault. I mean, my dice are cursed.
Okay. What does your cougar do?
I mean, my cougar is not letting that alligator go anywhere except towards the raft.
Okay.
And I have whistled it for it to do that.
Okay. Sounds good.
All of my commands are by whistle.
That brings us to Cassandra. Cassandra is going to cast Frostbite one more time. Let's see if she hits. Oh my word. That was a trash roll. She misses again, and she freezes the surface of the water momentarily. Then you see a bunch of ice chunks float downstream.
Neat. I hate it.
She gets quite irritated and charges into the water. Let's see, 5, 15, 25. Oh yeah, she can't get any closer. And if she had extra attack, she would do something else, but she can't. Elvira. So let's put Cassandra here. I couldn't tell what that was, sorry.
She asked if a 10 hits.
It doesn't. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna hit the water around it.
Cloud of steam goes up.
Like a massive steam cloud. Obscures everyone's vision now.
Ooh, we have ice cubes and a sauna.
The lizard folk sneers and goes 5, 10, 15, 25, 20, 25, jumps up onto here and attacks Guy.
I think Winston would get an opportunity attack.
Oh, yes, he would. He would. He totally would. And Gary would, too. Gary would get an opportunity attack, too. I hate opportunity attack. That sucks.
Good.
Winston gets a 16.
Oh, he gets a 16? That's not good. That's the one I wanted to fail.
All right. Gary's next attack, I've already decided what it's going to be. So, yeah.
All right. What's the trike do? What's the damage?
Hang on. 4d8
This isn't gonna be pretty.
plus, what did I say, plus 6?
I think so.
Yeah, plus 6. So that'll be 23 points of damage.
No! No! Boo!
Bam, bam. Yes, ma'am.
Boo! You wiped the floor. Dang. Not a
Listen, I was going to leave Winston out of this, and then you bum rushed him, and all bets were off.
No points of damage dealt, period. Oh my gosh. I gotta be not as nice to you guys. Okay, so, but here's what does happen. So, you managed to kill 4 lizard folk, one of them who had polymorphed into a crocodiliadoo. Let's give you your XP real fast. Does anyone have a pencil and paper?
Me.
Okay. 450 for the shaman. And then
Neat.
you get another 300 for the combined for all the other lizard folk. So
750.
yes. And I believe I have been given that out proportionally to all of you?
This is the first time you ever, like, told us what each one is worth, so I don't know.
Yeah. Normally we just get told, what we're getting split, and so I was like, I don't know.
Oh. Well, it's because I've always forgotten to do XP in the past, and I had to do milestone because I forgot. So divide that by 4, and give that to each of you guys. You can ignore Cassandra. She doesn't need the XP.
Oh.
And God.
So 375 divided by 2.
Would it be dumb if I gave inspiration to an animal?
184.
I feel like that would
What?
be. I feel like it would be dumb if I gave inspiration to an animal.
So, Winston was a gangster.
Winston gets 1 point of inspiration for being an amazing pack animal.
Okay, next time I'm missing next time I roll trash on an attack, I'm using that.
I would give it to the rest of you guys, but I just feel like that was probably the most effective strategy was the way it was Winston's attack. So don't want to.
So they're all dead now, right?
They are all dead.
Yeah. Gary is going to have his cougar help drag all those lizard folk onto there, and we're cooking them. We're eating them. We are supplying our rations.
I don't even know how many days of rations that is.
The whole time.
I want you. So as you cook it, you have the forethought to taste the first lizard folk that you ate. And let's see. I'll let the dice decide how good it tastes. It tastes like mud. Tastes like mud, but it's food.
Doesn't care. He keeps eating it angrily.
That can taste good like that food.
However, the crocodiles taste like they taste about 5 times better. Let's put it that way. They're
Oh yeah, it's great.
they're almost like a little bit sweet tasting, sweet and savory. And you find that your favorite part is definitely crocodile leg. It's like a really, really juicy dark meat. Yeah.
The tail is fantastic, just for the record.
I have no idea.
I've eaten it. It's
You
good.
have? Is it? Okay, cool. Cool.
But yeah, no. Gary is still going to angrily eat that stuff. I mean, like growling as he eats it.
Angry cat.
Yeah, very.
The day wraps up with you here on the shore. I'm gonna just say we wrap it up with the day ending. You drink your water, you eat your food, and it begins to thunder and lightning around you as you set up camp and settle down for the night. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
And what did we get for XP?
188
Awesome.
per person.
Sorry, I meant for there to be more encounters tonight. I thought you were going to go a different direction, but that's okay, I think. Here's what I'm... Okay, so I have a checklist now for myself, so I don't forget to do this. End of session. Award XP. Did that. Ask what the next session's agenda is. What's your agenda next session? You going to continue on down the river?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, definitely continue on down the river.
Okay. Are you at all interested in that treasure note that you found?
Absolutely. I mean, Petal is for sure.
So, what did we get from that treasure note? Because I didn't actually get to be a part of that.
Oh, let me show you it. I actually have a handout. Oh, you can't see the handout. Dang it! You can't see the handout. All right, I'll read it to you then. The note says, "I'm close to finding the hunting bow of Chills. I've tracked it down to the altar of Thrond. It's apparently guarded by a..." The writing trails off unexpectedly. There's a misspelling that appears to be a smudge, and the rest of the writing is impossible to make out. Then there is a journal as well, and the journal is... Where did I put it? Journal... There we go. It describes a path and the external appearance of the Temple of Thrond. There's a cobblestone path that leads to it, and the exterior of the temple is made of gray stone blocks, and it's built into a hillside. You deduce that it's somewhere in the area that the treasure hunter was found dead. You also found a ruby amulet on him, and I'm not sure if Eli wrote that down in his notes, but it should be recorded somewhere.
I think Eli's got that on him.
Okay.
As long as somebody's got it written down.
Yes. Okay, so I've checked that inspiration was awarded. The last thing, rate it 0 to 10. Won't hurt my feelings if it's bad.
Rated what? 0 to 10.
Rate the session from 0 to 10 on if you liked it or not, if you want to. It just helps me improve.
I'm gonna say a 7 or 8.
Okay.
Negative points for lizard folk making actions that did not make sense.
Oh, what actions did they make that didn't make sense?
Attacking the largest creature that they had no chance of attacking, and also not attacking at all. Well, I mean, I can forgive them not attacking at all, but like straight up attacking the trike just didn't make sense to me.
I understand that. I'm going to counter that with they have a 7 in intelligence.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're pretty dumb.
I was perfectly okay with however you wanted to play that. I mean, the second they got within range, they were done for. But
totally were.
I mean, but you know, I mean, yeah, there are going to be critters that are that stupid somewhere, you know.
I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do because I rolled a random encounter, and this is what it told me. The characters encounter 1d6 giant lizards sunning themselves on warm rocks, and I took that as I don't want giant lizards. I want a crocodile. So put a crocodile on the beach, and then you shot it, and then I thought this would be a cool opportunity for something to interact with that. So I threw 3 lizard folk in there to steal your prey. And then I noticed that you were creaming the 3, so I added the shaman over on the other side of the water, and then I had never used polymorph before. I didn't realize that it was not necessarily the smartest thing or the best thing for the shaman to do. And then I was like, well, I guess I'm stuck attacking the trike or trying to attack Guy. So I went for the trike first, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have to look up polymorph, but I think I think the way polymorph works is you take the form of the animal, and then when the animal's hit points run out, you just turn back into you. But I'm not sure if I'm confusing that with wild shape. But I do know that when you polymorph, you have to take all stats, including mental stats, of the creature that you polymorph into.
See, that's interesting because I looked it up real quick, and it said something different, but I don't think it was the exact same thing as a polymorph.
So there's wild shape, which is a druid ability, which at first is what I thought he did.
He did change shape because he is a druid. So you're right.
Oh, okay.
I guess he's a druid / shaman. I'm not sure what the difference is, but he has a change shape. Magically polymorphs into a crocodile, which I did not plan. Remaining in that form for up to an hour, it can revert to its true form as a bonus action. Its statistics, other than size, are the same in each form. So it would have lost equipment, but reverts to true form if it dies. So it died as a lizard folk, but I'm just going to pretend it didn't. Okay, well, I learned something. That's what matters. We had a good time. Well, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Sure, there's definitely things going on magic in that world, so, anyway.
I'm such a novice when it comes to magic. I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning that. Hex crawl is another thing I've never done before, so this was all off the top of my head. Actually, the entire session was all off the top of my head again. I have stuff planned, but it just doesn't go as planned, which is okay. I'm actually kind of enjoying this method. I find it more interesting. Keeps me on my toes.
This part is going really well in particular. I mean, like, I think it was great how, we had a couple of encounters, found a cool treasure lead, ran into a neutral party, and then, while fishing for food, got into it with some locals. Like, that tracks.
Cool. The NPCs that we ran into, I really enjoyed that a lot. And then, I mean, as Skyrim as it was, I actually really like the little book to the map of a weapon.
Yeah. Well, I got to take some inspiration sometimes. I am not the most creative person. It really kind of strains me to come up with something original. So I sometimes.
Well, the first 3 rules of DMing, right?
Are
plagiarize.
Because there's no consequences.
No, it's not like you're not. There's no monetary gain.
There's no.
So you've done nothing wrong. And if you go on any of the D&D DM Reddits, if you're like, hey, is it cool if I use your before you can even finish typing, it's like, yes, use my map, use my idea. I ask people all the time, they're like, yeah, for sure, go for it. Everybody agrees. It's like, yes, you get your ideas and inspiration from wherever you can, and no one calls you on it.
So, the one thing I would like to note is that apes and young white dragons are an intelligence of 6. An adult white dragon, as well as, I guess that would be, a kobold, and Null pack lords are intelligence 8. So,
okay,
apes not too stupid, and they're at an intelligence of 6. Yeah.
That is the first time I've ever used a lizard folk too, so it was a little unknown territory for me. So I'll keep that in mind.
No, you're totally fine. I'm just giving you something to work with.
Yes, I appreciate that. I kind of like the dumb brute type enemy sometimes. They just do stuff that's stupid.
Well, that's the thing with lizard folk, is they're not that dumb. And that was the thing that kind of bugged me, is there's, an elephant, most people don't think of as dumb, and that's got an intelligence of 3.
I guess.
I never agreed with the some of the animal. Not I shouldn't say I never agreed with. There are quite a few animal stats that I think are made a lot dumber than they should be. Like you said, elephants, they are not stupid animals. They are potentially like approaching sentiency, you know, like like they're pretty intelligent creatures. Same with like, you know, like I think the raccoons, like the official raccoon, has like an intelligence of like 2 or 3, and like they're basically monkeys. Like,
Well, and that's the thing is anything like 3 and below is considered non-sentient, and 10 is average intelligence in 5e, and so you know a 9 is what you get a bearded devil that has an intelligence of 9. You know, an adult white dragon intelligence of 8. So 7, you know, you get that lizard folk. There's also other animals that are in there that I don't know how many of them are. Well, a giant ape is also an intelligence of 7. The slod, specifically the blue slod, has an intelligence of 7. Just intelligence is kind of interesting because once you get like 4 and up, it starts to be, you know, somewhat aware of itself. 6 and up, it's aware, but still kind of like we would consider it dumb only from a human standpoint. And then you get to like 8 and up, and then it's like, okay, they're just kind of slow, but not dumb. And then, you know, 10's average, and anything above that,
This
you know,
might
onward
be
and onward.
my DMing style, but I like to kind of not treat them as universal in intelligence level, because it kind of seems a little bit clunky to me to say, you know, all elephants are equally smart, all people are equally smart. You know, like you're gonna run into a cat, like a really smart cat, but another cat that's just dumb and like does stupid stuff all the time.
Okay.
They're still both the same race. So I think
That's fair.
I'll chalk
I
it up
can
to
handle that.
But I appreciate you bringing that up, because that's why I asked.
Well, and that was my concern is when you mentioned that they were lizard folk, those things are territorial as hell. They kill on sight. But, you know.
I don't. I
I guess
maybe I'm missing a little
like
bit
you said,
of
you
the
know,
lore
it
on
depends
that.
on who's who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to be very, very accurate to official D&D lore on some things, just because I just don't. I'm missing the experience from it. So.
No, that's fair.
Cool. Well, thank you for the feedback. Appreciate it.
Yeah.